Alright.
I do have to turn this music down, though. Holy shit.
Oh my god. This is irritating.
Alright, there we go. I don't know, I think we're live. Who knows?
Hello.
Hello, internet.
Oh, we on?
Oh, hi, Internet. I don't know.
Internet.
It takes
You're
forever
right,
to
Internet.
update.
Hello, Mr. Internet.
Hello,
Well,
internet.
hello, Mr. Internet. Hello,
Are
Mr.
we on the
Internet.
internet?
Are we on the internet? I don't know.
We don't fucking know.
Yeah, we're on the
Are we
internet.
on the internet?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, alright.
We are, in fact, on the internet.
I hate it here.
Why?
Are
Nothing.
we on the internet?
Alright, yes. We are, in fact, on the internet. It has been told unto me. Fuck, hang on. Up. No.
Kitten.
Um,
Don't know what this is.
okay. I hope it's episode 7. If it's not, then oh well.
Fuck it, we're
Yes,
here.
that's about right.
Yeah, I'll fix it in post.
In
Yeah,
post.
exactly.
There's no post. So,
Get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
exactly. Now, before we get started, I just want to say, flesh crowbars out for Harambe.
Always.
Lest we forget.
God, bad. Just bad.
No.
Always.
I can't. I want to
You
die
have to
here.
remember. You have to
I wanna
remember.
die here.
Always remember Harambe. Always gotta respect.
Mm-hmm.
I want
sure
to
about
die
that,
here.
bro.
I hate it here.
uh,
Hate it.
good times, good stuff. All right, so
That's a fair response.
picking up where we left off last session, because we're just getting started. Fuck it.
Hell yeah.
You guys had delved deeper into the knoll hole, the
Knoll
cave that the gnolls had apparently found and had been using to perform some kind of weird sacrificial situation. One of which these gnolls could actually speak, which was quite bewildering. Speak common, I should say. As you delved deeper, you came into contact with large, dire hyenas, other gnolls that put up a fight until eventually you came upon the ritual scene where you saw this elven woman was kind of splayed out on top of a brazier. Her back and ribs have been split open with her lungs pulled out from the back in an almost angel-like fashion. With some quick thinking from Whoosh, he used spiritual weapon to knock the brazier over, which caused the corpse to also fall into the water below, and a somewhat nearly fatal fight took place that several times almost claimed the life of Whoosh. Luckily, he didn't die, though. As you finished the fight, you met a person who went by the name of Dorvan Olin, Dr. Dorvan Olin, who asked if he could accompany you to Zadash. After a very awkward conversation where you guys forgot the geography of Wildemount, you you decided, sure, why not? You looted a few things. Sarah got a new glaive. A headband of intellect was found, as well as some potions. And you began making your way out of the knoll hole, back onto the cart, continuing your trek north through Alfield, eventually to Zadash, and ultimately to your final destination of the town of Diastock, so you could get to the northern part of the forest to accomplish Ko's journey that he's on. And that is where we'll pick up with tonight's session. You guys are about a day out from Alfield, a little haggard from the fight, a little tired. What do you wish to do?
I can't believe you forgot to mention the hyenas, but...
No, I purposefully left that out. Al?
The gigantes.
God.
But that was the most important part of the whole thing.
No!
I
Stop
think
it!
the Jaina's kin is gonna be the BBEG. Let's see.
Yeah.
They're
No.
gonna come back for
Them,
revenge.
them and the guy that we let live.
Yeah, the
they're gonna,
Tim, I just tried to make it mean. I'm so sorry.
they're gonna
No, it's alright.
tag team.
Tag team us, yeah.
Joseph
I
is the
hate
BBEG.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
Joseph.
That's it.
Hey, Joseph, my man.
Joseph. Yeah.
Joseph.
BBG or redemption, probably. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
Both.
one or the other. Yes.
Um,
Or both.
I had been identifying all the nonsense. You gave us the cards for every item except for the potion, the weird teal one,
And the
Uh-huh.
feather that Woosh slipped into the pile.
and
Yes,
the
that's
feather that Woosh slipped into the pile.
Did I not give you the, Oh, I didn't. Okay, yeah. Grab that real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had
The feather, however, is, Oh, fuck, where is it? The feather, as you finish identifying it, when you identify it, you sense this strange, almost chaotic magic surrounding the feather. Like this almost ever-changing school of magic surrounding it. Like just this aura of chaos and change. However, as you finish identifying it, that seems to almost like fade away, and you hone in on the actual magical properties of the item, which is this.
Ooh. Ah, I see. All right.
One-time use.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is indeed a one-time use.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what's our new travel companion doing as we travel? Just sort of chilling.
Yeah, pretty much. They seem to be, just kind of quietly flipping through their book. If you wish to engage in conversation.
They told us their name, so
Yeah,
that's about it.
Dr.
Dorvin
Dorvin Olin,
Olin.
yeah. You also found his spell book, which I think someone rolled a religion check.
I believe
I believe it's Asabi.
Asabi did.
She did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's down in
Asavi knows that the god he follows is the mysterious lady.
Mhm.
It was in the knoll hole.
Also, do you guys hear weird knocking, or is it just me? Fucking fireworks. Never mind. Okay.
yeah, those are fireworks.
Yeah.
I just saw the light outside my window like light up. I was like, what the?
They're gonna
Yeah,
start
I'm
here
sure-
any moment. Also,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, I've probably got a few, an hour or two before they start
I
here,
was
but...
because I was wondering. I was like, what is that
Why
knocking?
is it happening? Why is it happening? Is there a purpose to it?
July 4th, and people are idiots.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
You have
anyway.
like a good 3 days on either side where people are just like, oh, fireworks! And like, get the fuck out.
I'm gonna go to Mr. Dorvin and
Just Dr.
Mm.
Dorvin.
Doctor.
Doctor.
He has a
Doctor.
PhD. I'm gonna go up to him. No, he's a physician. He has an MD. I'm gonna go up to him and ask him.
Them.
Doc,
Not him.
doctor, tell us more about yourself if you do not mind. It would be interesting to know what your purpose in these caves were.
I have parchment and paper ready to write down everything that he says.
Yeah. Hang on, I gotta find. Give this to you guys. Yeah, there it is. There you go. The potion is a potion of animal friendship.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Ooh.
I was trying to find it. I have way too many magic items. This play why my roll 20 takes
could've-
forever to load.
We could have made the Jainas our allies.
God damn it!
I hate it here. As he's walking along and you ask him that, Ko, he just
That's
kind
not.
of closes his book and slips it into the inside of his coat. What was I doing here? What was I? I was just a traveler. I was heading back to Zadash. Truthfully. Heading back to my practice.
You specialize in anything? Or just general?
Mostly just general medicine, that sort of thing. Not really specialty per se. Alchemy, stuff like that. I tend to, in my studies, bind arcane magic and turn it into a more medicinal-based magic, a healing magic, if you will.
Curious.
My
So-
party was, I beg your pardon, go for it.
No, because I was thinking, like, you know, if I have to write a story about you, right?
Well,
It has to be something like more impactful that will paint you like in a better light. Like, oh, you came here to find like this amazing, super rare herb for your things, and then you got attacked by gnolls, and you fought bravely. You know, it has to be something like more epic.
Well,
We just pulled this man out of a terrible situation, and you're going to criticize his life for not being exciting enough? Iris.
Well, no, I'm just going to add a little bit of flair then.
right, yeah, sure. Who
Right.
said you were writing a story about it?
I also was going to ask that. Beg your 1,000 pardons. It would be much more appreciative if you didn't write anything about me.
Or perhaps if you, like, you're going to write a story about someone, perhaps you ask first instead of just fabricating?
Or just write a story about yourself.
But I'm not, you know, interesting.
You,
Everything around me is interesting. I'm just.
you seemed very interesting in that cave. All of you did. Quite impressive.
Oh, thank you. But if you don't want, I'm going to take your name. I'm just going to make it like some random people that we saved. That it's fine too.
Whatever would please you.
Right.
Regardless,
Yeah.
I was wondering more so of the people you went in that cave with. If you went alone, I strongly doubt.
No, I was not alone. We were a traveling group of individuals, and our cart was set upon by the gnolls. We had a few human and orcish companions with us, but they were slain outright. It was only me and 2 other of elvish descent that were taken. Well, one of them you saw getting sacrificed, and the other one got sacrificed prior.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh,
So we arrived in the nick of time. Or else
Well-
you would have been sacrificed.
my experience, the nick of time would have been where no one got sacrificed, but sure.
Well, better some than none.
Right.
Interesting. So what all of you, why would you venture into a no-hole and put yourselves in
Well,
danger?
Kidnap me?
Ah, of course.
That, and we figured it would be a service to the area to get rid of them.
Right, of course. Clear out the pests.
We saw the remnants of the carts and didn't like the idea of someone else being trapped down there.
Well, I'm sure if you only reach Alfield, if you speak with Watchmaster Reginald, he'll be more than happy to some kind of compensation for your duty to the land.
Well, wouldn't that just be wonderful?
He's a bit of an old man, but he is honorable. So
Right. Good to know.
Trade that
Thanks
coat
for the
getting
heads
next
up.
to him.
So you just happen
Also,
to
we were
be
like,
you happen to come across the Nolan encampment just on your travels.
Yeah, we were on the road and
well, we have a very elf with us, so they kind of took her or tried to. It was a bit of a struggle to actually stop them, but we stopped them, and well, we figured like we. I don't remember who did it in this bad, because then how am I going to write my story? Anyway, some of us actually did track it down to the hall, and we thought that, maybe what happens if she wasn't the only one that was taken away?
And turns out she
the
was.
necklace with the ears was a bit of a
Right.
giveaway.
Yes, that was part of the ritual. They would do that prior to. Well,
So what kind of upstanding citizens would we be if we just walked by and didn't help people, right?
is that what you are?
Right.
Upstanding citizens. You kind of have the
Sure.
look of sellswords about you.
That's a bit
I am
of a
whatever
bold
you want me
word.
to be. You just have to tell me.
That is very forward. Good to know.
It's also very true.
Anyway. Yeah, I suppose you could say we are seller swords, although we haven't been doing much selling of our swords.
Not yet.
I
Mayhaps
don't think any of us actually have a sword either.
Right, the closest is Dameron, and he's just got a hammer.
Hammer.
So.
True.
Well, I have a short sword.
Sarah's blade, my. Oh, yeah.
Well,
But it's not for sale.
no one's
No,
asking to buy.
We're
No.
not selling it.
Yes, no.
It's-
Yeah.
I look at Dorvin and ask, you say you're from Zadash, correct?
Born and raised, yes.
What can you tell me specifically? Because, well, and any of us that aren't from around here, of this village that we are going towards.
Well, it's certainly not a village. You might as well get that right away. It is one of the largest
Zadash is
cities.
a large city.
The metropolis, I would say.
Zadash is huge, you guys. There are so many things to do there, and I totally think we should totally take the time and go like to the fanciest inn in
Forgive.
the town.
Forgive my
Yes.
terminology. I am not of civilization.
No,
What
that's perfectly fine. It's mostly human, but there are speckles of other races there as well. It's a hub of commerce, of religion, at least those that are allowed within the empire. It's a place where you can find pretty much anything. If Rexentrum didn't exist, I would say Zadash is the capital of the empire. But
Right.
Interesting.
I
And
haven't
there's like
been
this
to
big
Zadash in years.
place for magic.
Truly.
I think yes.
Yes.
It's like a big tower with like lots of people like you too. Well, maybe not you, Cole, because you're very different, but definitely her.
Right. Yeah. The tower.
And you guys, we totally have to like spend one night at the Pillow Trove. It's really good. You should
Sounds
go there.
expensive.
That sounds a little risque. What's
The
the
name
pillow
sounds
throw?
like it costs so much
It's-
money.
It does.
it is quite expensive, yes.
It is expensive.
Well, Iris, you can put yourself up at a nice room at the Pillow Trove, and I will save my gold for better things.
I don't have it. I have a home in Zadash.
Ah,
No, truly, are you from Zadash? I don't recognize
I
you.
was. Well, I am from Nikodranas, but I went to Zadash. I was really tiny. Well, I'm still tiny, but I was young. And my dad still probably lives there, though he travels a lot, so he's probably not even home.
I didn't realize you were from Zadash as well.
Well, I was born in Nikodranas, but my dad and I moved when I was 10.
Right, so you've mostly grown up there, and
Yes.
you said your home is there, so
Yes.
I'd
So
call
it
that
was
from
very home.
somewhere.
Although we have a house in Nikodranas too, but we never go back there because dad's worked That's what brought him to Zadash. So we went there, and he travels a lot. So I think it probably pays someone to keep the house in Nicodranas, so it's not like all dirty and stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Sounds like a good idea.
Going back a moment, I look at Verin. This tower you mentioned, is it of importance to this society of wizards you mentioned to me?
Extremely. Yes.
I'm sorry. What are you speaking about?
I don't know.
He's not
am
from
not
around here.
allowed-
We were explaining the Cerberus assembly.
I myself am a practitioner of the arcane.
As I saw.
Right. So
Outside the bounds of these people, I may be seen as strange and dangerous to them.
yes. So I was just, giving him the run of all of it.
I
Well,
will
it's good
admit,
for him to know, right?
Zadash does not see many turtles, so you'll definitely be turning some
Get
heads.
some looks. Yes.
Also, for you people that like books, there's a big, huge archive for the Cobalt Soul that you can find basically anything. But I don't think it's so easy to get in there.
It would be
Yeah.
lovely.
There's a library.
It is open to the public, but there are areas
it?
that are off limits to those who are not a part of the Cobalt Soul
It's a
monastery.
huge library.
I see. Library would be lovely. I
Yes,
don't know how
it's
much
huge.
time we can afford to spend, but it
But
would be nice.
I have
Donate my books. They weren't very helpful.
a spell I would like to capture into my scroll.
Ah, yes. Yes. And then your spell will be my spell once I gather the coin.
Well, I haven't been to Zadash in well over a year, but because of my work. But last I was there, the only magic shop in the city, unfortunately, was shut down because of insider trading.
In
Big city
what?
like that, only one magic shop. What's it good for?
Insider what?
Well, there are other shops there, but
Right, I understand. Great.
I'm sorry, I forget that you're not of the world. You see, the magic shop owner was essentially taking items. He was laundering coin for the myriad.
Laundering coin. And I say that with a question mark.
Stealing.
He was taking ill-gotten gains, stolen goods, funneling them through his shop and essentially cleaning the money alike.
Good heavens.
Great.
Oh, he made a killing, but the king took his head for it, so...
So basically, it's like you get money from bad origins and stuff and crime, and then you just purchase things to put in your store, and then you sell it, and then the money's clean because no one will tell that it's
Isn't-
from bad sources.
Isn't all money from the same source?
Well, you see, in the Empire, they have people who go around collecting taxes. They keep a keen eye on anyone's funds, anyone's coin purse.
Right.
Forgive me, I am new to the idea of money. Where I'm from, we share everything.
Well, welcome to the Empire, friend, where everything you own belongs to the crown.
Horrible.
Everything you believe is well.
Yes, the crown has a habit of sticking its nose in everything. Regardless. Now we're out of magic shop, so joy.
Perfect.
Oh, it's been over a year. Another one could have sprouted up, but I wouldn't.
Let's hope.
Place bets.
We only need part.
I was
Fine,
hoping to get this down before we reach the deer stack.
You still have the library and a number of other stores at your disposal. Like I said, it is a metropolis.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
What I'm starting to understand is just a big village. Perfect.
If that's how you need to wrap your mind around it, yes, it is a big village.
My mind might not be able to comprehend once I see it. We'll see.
How much longer are we set to travel today? I'd like to finish what I'd started earlier, but I don't know how much time.
And I think if we push on, we could reach Alfield by night.
Perhaps I'll just start tomorrow.
Would be a lot easier if you had 2 horses pulling a cart instead of 1. But
Yes,
Well,
we
we
did,
did.
and then Knowles. So
they must have
we'll have
mistaken
to
it
buy
for an
one of
elf.
those. Right.
We
Varen,
will have to
did you
find a new one.
did you finish your work with the glove?
No, that's what I'm referencing. I
Hmm.
was interrupted by about, I don't know, half of the work. So, joy.
I mean, you're not very heavy. If you want to pop up in the cart and work on it, that's fine.
I suppose. I think I'd rather just take a day, and I don't want to stop and start. So, perhaps tomorrow,
Fair enough.
when we rest in Alfield, I'll spend my day doing this.
All right.
Joy.
It is said that my chief of where I was born, he could turn into any creature he imagined. That's powerful magic. I wish I could do it right now.
It'd be very bloody handy, yeah.
You mean
Sounds
like
quite
turn into?
fantastic.
You mean like turn into like animals or stuff?
Animals, sometimes mystical creatures.
Mm,
Wow.
sounds
But-
rather exciting.
He is known to embellish. He would
Ah,
tell stories to the children to make them happy.
right.
That sounds like advanced magic anyway.
It likely is.
Bit out of our depth currently, but
For now, but we're going to you guys study so much that soon enough you're just gonna like, ooh, I know this because I've been studying so many books.
while we ought to. Spend so much time with your nose in a book, you might as well get something from it.
You don't like books? You speak like you don't like books.
I love books. Just, I love learning things quickly.
Ko, if you don't mind delaying just a few days, I wouldn't mind a spell in that library that I was talked about.
Of course. It does not seem like an urgent request, mine, because it is an abandoned fort.
It's been there a
That's
while,
fair.
indeed.
Not going anywhere.
Be there a
Not
while
saying
more.
we should dilly-dally, but we can take our time.
hmm
Sounds good.
Great.
Book on that constellation.
But Asavi, if you want to go to the library when we get there, I can totally take you there. I've never been in the library myself, but I've heard it's quite big in there, like all the themes that you can imagine. Like,
Sounds heavenly. Yeah. She kind of like looks at her set of books that she bought and just shakes her head a bit.
Right, but before the dash is Alfield, so
right.
don't get ahead of yourself.
That is true. I
Right,
haven't gone
Alfield.
back home.
What's Alfield like?
Small, right?
It's not super small, but it's also not super big.
Yeah, it's not a dash.
Not super small, but
Oh,
not super
totally
big.
not. Totally not a dash. Like, it's a lot smaller than the dash, but
Do you think we can find a new horse there?
I think we better. God.
I think they had a
Otherwise-
stable there.
Oh,
too,
this
the
one's
last time
going
I
to be
went.
pricey. Oh,
Oh, poor right.
How much
Can
is
we
the
just
horse?
name them better because the names were really confusing.
it was delightful and funny. But it's less funny now that we only have one of them.
Yes, it kind of ruins it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe. All right.
Suppose you could call it like Right 2 or something, but
Right to the second.
yeah.
Right and wrong.
Yeah. I suppose. It's the little things, right?
I don't think I've ever named an animal in my life. It was always my sister who did it. What do you think, Clarice?
I thought it was really creative, and I was so proud of you.
All right, but if we're going to rechristen him, what do you think we should say?
Well, I'm a firm believer that you have to name animals after looking at them and seeing how they look. Like it's kind of like babies. Like people create names for babies like before they are born, and then they are born, and you go like, oh, they don't look like a John.
Mm.
They
Right.
look like a
Don't
Bob.
think I've ever seen anyone who looked like a John. All right, so Asabi kind of like scurries up to the front of the cart and like, grabs the horse's halter and like looks at it. All right, what's your name? Kind of like squints at it.
My name.
I thought Whoosh already asked.
He said Joseph.
Joseph?
Hey, my name's Vinny. Hey.
Yeah.
Well, I don't speak
Suppose we could-
horse.
We could follow the whoosh naming convention and just name it Nay. Yeah.
But what
Like, you
I've
gotta
heard
get the
about
accent right.
Nay, nay.
what I've heard about
Oh,
horses,
nay.
they usually name them after like something to do with the color of their coat, and maybe like something like Stargazer or like Orion or like
Orion. Oh,
the
that one's nice.
What's
the
so right?
speeding arrow or something like that. I don't know, it's just a name that popped in my head.
I don't think this one's a speeding arrow, more a slow and steady wins the race type, but
Right.
So
Copper?
the reliable copper. There you go.
Delightful. So it's settled then, I suppose.
All right, Copper.
I like it. Copper is a nice name. It's better than right and wrong. Right and wrong. It's like I don't like horses because they kind of like tend to make me fall, and I am afraid
Uh-huh.
of falling. But yeah, I was like 5 years old, and my dad tried to put me on a horse, and the horse just sped up, and I fell.
Wow. Wild.
But I think they should have like beautiful names. I like Copper. Copper is a nice name, and maybe we should get like a white one and call them Silver.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I think we'll
We'll
take
see
them.
what's
Yeah,
available.
yeah,
Or Snow. Maybe
Best that they get
Snow.
along.
yeah.
Oh, if you get a girl, they get along at some point in time.
All right. Anyway,
I think Copper's a gelding, but okay.
Oh, did they cut that? Oh, poor guy.
Bit
See,
better behaved.
Cruel.
Why would
this
you
is
do
all
that?
stupid and pointless. Varin steps back to wherever Whoosh is walking and slips a feather into his hand. You should hold on to that and use it when you need to get away from somewhere very, very quickly.
I wanted to ask you about that. What did you find out?
Well, you can fly. Once, but
If a bird could ever show emotion, it seems like this would be the time. The second you said he can fly with it, he almost pauses, like stops completely and hops a bit as he hears and goes, "What?"
I said what I said. You use the feather and you can fly once, and then it loses its very, very strange magic. But
You see him grip in both hands and just stare down at it. He goes,
is this not what you were expecting? Honestly, I thought you were playing a prank. I was going to tell you to get your feather out of the identify pile.
"Oh no." Flight is a thing that our people were stripped of a while ago.
Yes.
To fly is the dream of every Kenku. It's like he just is staring at it in clear wonder.
Well, good on you.
Thank you
You
very
know,
much.
Whoosh, if I ever learn
Go.
how to string the right notes to get people to fly, I'm going to make you fly, just so you know how it feels like.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't like when people get stripped of things and punished like that.
Well, it wasn't much a punishment. He pauses what he's saying, then goes, "Yes, it's very sad."
I mean,
Right, well, wish granted for about an hour. Whenever you use it, so.
This is good to know. Thank you.
Yes. Of course.
Dorvin speaks up. He goes, I was curious, what is it with these gloves that you were talking about a moment earlier? What are you attempting to
I
do?
need the gloves to handle a specific plant. They need to be infused with a specific salt of magic. I got about halfway through enchanting them, and we got ambushed.
What sort of plant?
Magic plant.
Oh, clearly. What manner of plant?
Well, and she points to the berry bushes that are in the cart. You can't cut it without the gloves. They'll die.
Do you know what it is?
Yes.
No, you're just playing coy for dramatic sake.
she always does that.
If it will come
Dramatics is
by.
one thing.
She does, rather, doesn't she?
She does
It's not
all
for
the time.
dramatics, you fools. It's
It's
for the
not-
fact that we met this man 2 hours ago, and these are very rare.
Forgive
That's
her.
even worse than she does it on purpose.
She's being protective of herself and the rest of us. These berries are somewhat dangerous and powerful. We're sorry for any deception.
No deception.
No need to
Just-
apologize. Dangerous and powerful how?
Skirting around the issue. They have a very concentrated salt of magic in them that does something, and I need them.
Very well.
I'm sure you understand.
My apologies.
No, keep your secrets. That's fine.
Perhaps in the future we shall reveal, but for now, we need to be protective.
Very well.
I need to finish these gloves. Gosh.
You've got time.
Tell me what manner of enchantment you're trying to do. I can help you.
You have to infuse the gloves with a specific school of magic.
You know, Doctor, one way of you not becoming a stranger is letting us get to know you better.
I thought that's what we already did.
Yeah,
No,
we're
that's
playing
not
20
even close to
questions.
it.
To decide whether we trust someone or not. Ugh.
Well, what do you wish to know? I'm an open book.
Well, I have many questions, but I'm not.
How did you start to blend arcane and medicinal, I guess? It seems a bit of an odd move.
See,
Hmm,
that is a very good question.
that is a very fine question. My family was very religious growing up.
Ah,
Father a paladin, mother a cleric. I didn't want to do that. I was always, intrigued by the arcane. Whenever they sent me off to the Soltris Academy, I had a mentor there, a teacher, that was able to do incredible feats of magic by infusing divine power into the arcane. It was that mentor that led me on the path that I'm currently on.
I see.
Truly.
That mentor have a name?
He does.
Hmm.
Do those berries?
That
Fair
was
play.
super smart,
Fair
and
play.
I am applauding you right now, sir.
Delightful.
You are an intelligent one, for
Of
sure.
course he is. He's a practitioner of the arcane.
Tell me, my friend,
The territory.
this person that managed to infuse divine and arcane, was he high ranking in this academy?
As high ranking as any professor, I would suppose.
And was he the only one that could do this?
The only one that I knew of. He was well respected.
Huh.
well revered within the circle of professors that taught at this school.
Alright.
Huh.
Then, based on our little, somewhat small agreement, am I'm willing to say that my people are similar. My people wish to find ways to combine all kinds of magic into its natural form from whence the world was made.
It's a
Agree.
respectable endeavor.
And you've revealed to me that someone is able to do it with two. Similar to how we've always wanted. Nature magic is difficult. I understand why it wouldn't be able to do it. The divine and arcane, that is interesting.
Well, it's an easy bridge between divine and arcane, considering one of the gods who created the magical weave that you pull your power from was a god herself. So,
I know.
Right.
She gave life to the weave. My people know of her.
correct. But she is
What would you
also
say?
not an approved god to worship in the Empire, so...
It is seemingly that no god is.
So we never heard it from you, that's all.
Right. We
Trust
never heard
us.
anything, really.
Mum's the word.
So what you're saying that is, like, everything that we do. Because we do things in different ways. Like, I do things in my way, and it's different than what Ko and Varin do, and it's different than what Asavi does, and it's different than what Wish does. And it's
You,
different.
Lyris, are an arcane caster. Regardless of how you access that power, you are similar to Lorraine and I.
But if
Right.
all the magic came from this goddess, that means that all the magic came from the same place, and we just manifest it in different ways.
Precisely.
Excellent take. Yeah.
That's one
Thank
way
you.
to
No.
put it.
I am willing, and I look at Varin. You have shared, and we shall share. The berries are called Deathbane.
I had assumed as much, but...
Yeah, I didn't really feel like I needed to spell it. They are powerful secret berries. I don't know many berries that fall under that category, but
Actually, there are many berries that fall under that category.
Of course.
highly concentrated magic. Need a specific type of magic glove to handle them. But now, right, the scale quite fine. But
Dandria is a vast and wondrous place with all sorts of vegetation that contains magical power.
And apparently enough to make it come alive.
I don't specialize in plants usually. But here we are.
Now, I have a very, very important question.
Hmm.
What do you use in your hair to make it look so cool?
Oh my goodness. It's going to be a long night.
In Rexendrum, there's this man who makes a hair pomade called Dapper Dan.
So you're saying
One could say
that
that
you're a Dapper
I'm
Dan man.
a Dapper Dan man. A Dapper Dan person.
Varine killed herself.
And that's canon now. That's canon now.
I fucking hate it.
Wow.
I hate this man.
Fucking amazing. A dapper Dan, man. Cool.
Wow.
A Dapper Dan person.
Oh, truly.
Hey, to break character real quick, VK, can you clip that so we have that forever? Thanks.
Yeah.
Got it.
Shit.
Oh my god.
Fucking God.
Alright.
Okay.
Shit, I hate this so much. Shake it off. Okay.
Anywho.
Cultural reset. Okay.
I will totally look this man up. If I ever go to Rexendrum, I've never been there.
Yeah.
It's quite a journey from where you currently are. And not necessarily a worthwhile one, I would say.
Certainly not.
Is it like a bad city or something?
No, it's just
Not worth the time.
precisely.
I think everything is worth the time. You just have to find the right angle.
Well, then you're more idealistic than I am.
Well, the right angle is avoiding it. So, whatever. We're on the way to the dash anyway, so put Rexentrum out of your mind.
All right.
What are your plans when you get to Zadash?
Leave.
Very well.
Just stopping
Go
in.
home and sleep in a bed.
Just stop on
So
the
that's-
road. So I guess we stop for a few days and then
Restock.
travel again. Yeah.
Where do you go after Zadash?
Up.
West.
It truly is a funny game, the one you're playing.
He's so
Yeah.
smart.
It's an elven one.
Truly.
Are all elves
Everyone's
this
having
smart?
fun with it. Yeah.
I've met a handful of elves in my time, in the weeks I've been outside my jungle, and all of you seemingly like this game.
There's no need to rush. We're long-lived.
How right you are. What drew you away from your practice?
I was doing missionary work.
Neat.
It was.
Surely.
Missionary work for an illegal god?
What do
Or
you
one
mean,
you don't
legal
believe
gods?
in?
I'm not talking about it.
Well, I was in Menagerie Coast, so there are no illegal gods there.
Ah. I see.
No, I was helping out. There's, some interesting things happening on the coast. Lots of sick. Lots of people dying.
Ah. Is it a
What is going on? Do
Pandemic?
you know?
pot?
Some scholars are calling it a plague, some are calling it really anything else. I'm unsure. Seems to be magical in nature.
What are the symptoms?
Clamminess, sweating, spikes of adrenaline to the point where your heart gives out.
Found a cure?
No.
Can I make a medicine or history check to see if I've
Yeah.
heard something like this before,
Yeah,
Tim?
have I ever
Sure, make history check.
heard of anything familiar?
It's spell plague.
May I
Shut your mouth.
make the check?
Yeah, you can make one.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's a nice green 25 right there.
Wow.
Nerd. You actually have heard of something similar, but not in Wildemount, not in this continent. Something similar happened in the continent of tal'dorei about 7 or so years ago. They seemed to staunch it, as far as you know, but they never cured it. It is a disease that attacks those magically inclined, such as wizards, sorcerers. Sorcerers actually are the ones who they found out innately carry it. Just something in their blood, their magical blood. A lot of people died, and more are still sick, but they seem to have a handle on it, but it hasn't gone away. And now apparently it's spread to Wildemount.
Shit. That doesn't bode well.
Do you know what it is, friend?
Yes. It's. I mean, I don't know what it is specifically, but I've heard of something similar, far off, a long time ago. But bad news. It hasn't gone away there either. So all of us magic folk should, I don't know, avoid the coast, I guess. Wear a mask, maybe.
I see.
Wear a mask.
I don't think one will fit on me.
Arcanavirus!
And stand 6 feet apart, I know.
Yes. Ancient elven practice, social distance.
Yes, one of the things that people have said is social distance. Quarantine yourselves.
Right, of
It
course.
seems so obvious with so many
Oh, we don't care.
Sadly, some in the cities there have chosen not to and still go out, so...
Truly, truly.
Stupid idiots, right, of
Outside
course.
Necrodranius, they protest for some reason. It's strange.
Yeah,
It's
it's like
nightmare.
my magic, my choice. I don't know. It's
My
so
magic,
weird.
we're going to die.
It's only killing the older wizards.
Right, of course.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris,
Baffling.
And baby with it.
God, this is a nightmare. Okay, I have to get out of here.
Look, I didn't know there was gonna be a fucking pandemic when I wrote this campaign, alright?
That's fine. It's gonna be.
yeah, but now it hits so much closer to home.
It do.
It's like that part that I heard about just then, like coronavirus, shit is getting real. Just as virus.
Right, of course. Yes.
I heard it somewhere.
Wow, I
don't
hate all of
remember where,
this.
though.
No, but,
Anyway, the spell
seriously,
sickness is really bad, and it kills a lot of people, and there's nothing you can do about it. So
So does it attack like all people that do magic, or just people that are naturally?
mostly sorcerers, but
honestly, it seems to be selective. All sorcerers carry it, but not all of them are sick by it.
right.
From what I can tell, from my research, my praying, it almost seems to attack a person's connection to the weave.
Huh.
That's just a guess. That is not certain, but it was one of the reasons why I was called there. To see if I couldn't figure it out, given my worship.
My kind believe we are all born with this connection.
You would believe that, but no, that is not true, actually. There are some who just can never grasp the concept of magic. While you might be able to bind yourself to a magical sword and make it shoot fire out of it, you would never be able to cast a spell or perform a ritual. Some people just don't have it in them. Some people are not connected.
But I thought that if you study really hard, you can learn how to connect.
That's cute.
Huh.
I mean, I do it in a different way, but you know.
If this plague is on the coast, we avoid the coast like the plague. You understand? I don't know where we're going after this
That seems redundant. but yeah,
nonsense with Ko's temple, but
wherever
not
you wish.
to the Menagerie Coast.
That's a pity. I wanted to go there someday.
It's such a nice place. I wanted to show you, like, the big... Oh, guys,
It is a
there's
beautiful
like a big
place.
tower.
I agree.
I'm sure it's lovely.
There's a big, weird tower in the middle of Nicodranos. You guys would love it.
I've been in there.
Did you see it? Like, every time you look, it seems like it's farther away.
Been inside.
What?
Wait,
It is.
Get out of here, you're not. No.
you,
I'm not.
a turtle, have been inside?
I have indeed. Let's just say I know a friend who knows the resident of that tower. And I've met him.
Wild.
Nice.
That is impressive.
Yeah, I wish you'd led with that.
But
How long
That
ago
you-
were you on the
I did
coast?
mention that I've met an elf before. That just so happened to be that person. I was there, how long has it been? I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, I think, Tim. Probably since reaching
What's-
Rafting Guard. Yeah, 2 or 3
What's
weeks.
the big deal about this tower?
I don't know. Just
Supposedly, the denizens of Nicodranus, the normal people, aren't allowed inside. They never know who lives there.
And to
But
be
the
honest,
secret
it's
is
kind
that
of
there's
spooky.
yes, but the secret is it's a wizard tower, as most people have deduced.
Right.
delightful.
Interesting.
So just a wizard's personal residence.
Yes. From what I've understood in my short time outside my jungle, wizards here in the world are reclusive. They like to guard their secrets, unlike
Usually.
my people. So a wizard tower is the perfect residence for one.
They're very neat.
Sounds isolating. Don't like it.
I don't like it either.
Well, that's fine. I'll just keep my tower to myself then. Fine.
You've got one?
It's on the agenda.
Of course.
Oh!
Oh, she's going to build
Then,
one. But, you know, it's
Are you
totally
saying
understandable.
that when you get your tower, we are not invited?
I don't know. If you're so against the idea of a tower, perhaps you're not allowed inside.
Oh, that hurts.
I'm totally not against it. I just think it's like, well, at least the tower in Nicodranus is really weird because it's like always changing sizes, and it's
I'm just thinking about all
spooky.
That is a clever illusion spell. Incredibly complex.
My tower's always going to be freezing cold.
That tracks.
But
Giant oak
Um,
sculpture.
So,
Sure
I
that
will
we're
refrain.
as you guys continue your
making a
travel,
frozen pun.
any other conversations anyone wishes to have?
No, let's get to Alfield.
Probably go up to Dorbin and ask him about the sickness and what he had seen and stuff like that just through the night, basically. Nothing you have to RPO, just him questioning and curious.
Yeah, he just tells you what he's witnessed. It starts, much like a common cold, just body aches. Eventually, there are just moments of hyper increased adrenaline to the person's system. Almost like your flight or fight kicks in all of a sudden. And then after a few of those episodes, it continues until the person, the heart just gives out. It can't maintain itself. And he tells you they tried everything they can to calm a person down, even magic, and it doesn't seem to work. Once they reach that stage, there's nothing they can do.
See.
Dreadful.
But nonetheless, as the sun slowly begins to set, you guys begin to peek and see just ahead of you what appears to be the town of Alfield. Vren, you finish your stuff, your gloves.
Oh, yeah?
Jesus,
Hell
my,
yeah.
my brain. And you see, as you're approaching, Alfield itself seems to be a rural town nestled into a scattered patch of trees. You can see these rolling hills just kind of surrounding it in the nearby area. The occasional, rocky crest kind of built up with this almost mining scaffolding, it looks like. And as you kind of enter the town itself, it definitely gives that feel of a mining-centric town. And you also kind of get the sense that this town is more of a stop along the route to more important business. On this particular night, as you make your way into Alfield, you notice a lot of the Crown's Guard are putting up what appear to be banners and decorations, and a small stage has been set up in the center portion of the town. You also spot, Sarah, as you're driving the cart, what appears to be a couple of inns. You see the Feed and Mead Tavern, and you also see the Candle Glow Inn, which is a 2-story wooden building close to where that stage is. It looks a lot more nicer. It looks like it probably has more room. The Feed and Mead Tavern looks a bit more lively, as far as you can tell. And a few Crown's Guard kind of notice you and, give a slight wave or a nod ahead at you as they continue either patrolling with torches or some continue putting up what appear to be decorations of some kind.
Guys, we have to run as fast as possible. We've got a bit of a bad reputation, bad track record with festivals, so...
Yeah, no one get on the stage.
Is
What
there anything
festivals?
special that we would know, like we that are from Wildemount, like from?
Yeah. Is it
No,
like a holiday?
there's no holidays. No, not right now.
Maybe it's someone's birthday. Who knows?
Just to,
Uh-oh, more towers.
something must have happened.
Right. Well, But yeah, just, keep an eye out for any ambush.
Love
Yeah,
parties.
let's-
They're so cool because you have like lots of music and people dancing and food.
No, I mean,
Yes, just
honestly,
everyone
if
agree not
there's
to get on the stage.
if there's a party, we should stay and check it out. Honestly.
Oh,
Well,
so you don't know our track record with festivals, do you? Oh,
I
Well,
totally
many
agree with
times.
you. We should.
No, I don't. What is your track record with parties?
Well,
bad!
most of us.
Bad.
say
Bad track record
Oh,
with parties. Understood.
Joe and Sarah
A
met at
few
a
weeks
festival.
ago, we were in Ruftengard, and it
Exploded.
exploded and was attacked by people.
Like,
so we got together.
That's how you all met.
Yeah.
Interesting. How serendipitous.
Yeah, so
Fate is a funny one.
maybe if I set up my table, I'll actually make more than 1 silver this time.
Hey, I can bring you customers. I'm very good at that.
Set up your table. What do you mean?
I read the cards.
No, she does. It's true.
No.
I'm sure you can tell by now
Yes.
that she's a diviner.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, by the way, we, begrudgingly gave you the name of our lovely, lovely berries. I believe your professor had a name.
Oh, truly.
Shall we get a room first?
Of course.
At least some food. I'm quite famished.
We're getting a room.
I could imagine.
I'm afraid the cooked meat that they were feeding me was probably people, so...
Yeah,
you
really
said I
bad.
was forward. I didn't
Kind of
know that's
horrific.
what it took to give the name of your professor,
Wow. We should get rooms, maybe?
Which one do we pick?
The one with more room. I would really like it if everybody had a bedroom this time. Roommates are nice, but...
They'll take us there.
Okay. Alright, so you head to the Candle Glow Inn. Ciro drives the cart and parks it there. You can hear from inside the Candle Glow Inn, like very faint, kind of soft, atmospheric music, like just a single violin. It sounds like just a slow situation. You can see as you enter itself, the central portion of the Candle Glow Inn is kind of cut in like 2 parts. You can see like a very warm looking sitting room off to the side. The desk that you would check in at, and then what appears to be 2 doors kind of perpendicular to that area. As you enter, you see one door kind of open, and it definitely seems like a kitchen of some kind. The other door, you're unsure, but you do see what appears to be a halfling in his 40s, with this kind of ashy blonde hair and a face that appears to be cracked from smiling, is currently sitting behind the reception desk within the Candle Glow Inn.
I'll arrange lodging, shall I? Everyone, doctor, you want a room, I assume?
I would love a room. I'm afraid I've got no coin on me, but...
That's
We'll
fine.
cover you. I'll cover you. Asabi
Appreciate
will go
that.
up to the reception desk. Good evening.
Oh, wow, good evening. Look at this group of lovely bunch of folks that just come on in. Thaddeus Candleglow, welcome to the Candleglow Inn. How are you?
Asabi Kuris, lovely to meet you.
Oh,
8 rooms if you've got them.
8 rooms.
Yes, we're a bit
don't
of
need
a
a room.
big group. Oh, right. Sarah doesn't need a room. 7, then.
Oh, it's still a big order. 7 rooms. All right. Yeah, 7 rooms. I can do that. Three
We just
of.
made your day.
Oh, you did, ma'am. You have no idea. 3 rooms are gonna be suites. Is that all right? That's all I got.
Perfect.
That's fine.
Excellent.
Wait,
Yeah,
did you say sweets?
suites.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're much larger.
Do we get our own washroom?
In one of those 3 rooms, if that you so choose, yeah, absolutely.
Lyris, you can definitely have a suite.
Thank you.
But we also have a bathhouse available right downstairs, right in that hallway there, if you do wish to partake. So let's see here. That's going to be almost all of my my vacancy. It's going to put you at about it's put you about 7 gold pieces, and just for the evening. Are y'all here for the party for tomorrow? Is that why you came in?
I want to
very
know all
curious.
about the party. Tell us all about the party. What party is
Yeah,
that?
we saw you setting up. What's
Oh, our Watchmaster Reginald's retiring tomorrow. His sending off party.
Oh, shit.
Aw.
We have to talk to him.
Yeah, he's
Our track record,
coming
he'll be
to-
sent off in more than one way.
Shut up.
maybe
Shush.
we'll talk to his replacement.
he's been Watchmaster in Alfield for going on 30 years. He's finally, retiring, putting in his slip and getting on out of here. He's boogieing on.
Good for all that man, then.
That's very, very
He's
sweet.
boogieing it on. I like the way
He's
you
boogieing
talk.
on, yeah.
Why don't I, we'll say 2 nights, right, everyone? Rest tomorrow.
Yes,
Who not?
let's stay for the party.
Okay.
You paying in advance?
Yes.
Oh, hoo-hoo! All right. 14
Going
gold
on down the
pieces.
bayou there.
That'll be
We are
28.
the most.
This is how
amazing
Thaddeus
customers.
talks. Blame Mercer.
I know.
I can throw in 2 gold if you want. Yeah.
We are going to be your best customers. You're going to love us so much.
Oh man. Well, we also have a butchery on site, so if you want some fresh meats, anything like that, we could be more than happy to get that situated for you. We got
We're going to get dinner if you have it.
And
I-
also, kind sir, any way to buy a new horse.
I mean, he might not be the man to ask about the horse.
No,
Maybe
yeah.
an
Well,
actual
Where would we
woman.
go to?
Yeah.
Tavern people know all the things that happen in the town, trust me.
well, that would be more of a an on the wind stable situation. That's right down the road.
Stable's perfect. Okay.
You'd probably talk to them. They'd help you out
And
with
that's
that.
where we would they be able to board a horse for tonight as well?
I mean, you could, or you could just hitch it outside, and we'd be sure to feed it for you.
Delightful. That's perfect,
That's
actually.
very kind of you. I'll
No.
leave
You,
it there.
sir,
And then we'll
are
see
my
about the new
favorite
horse
people.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
You are my
My
favorite
friend, you
person
wouldn't.
today.
You wouldn't happen to know if in this lovely town of yours we can find clean parchment and ink.
All
you-
right.
You're
Yeah.
looking for paper?
Fancy paper. Very,
Pa-
very fancy.
Paper and ink? I mean, you could probably get that at the Broad Barn.
We
Perfect.
will try.
Yeah, that's our general store. It's got all kinds of things there: hose, manure, soil, plants. Rope, tarps, chicken feed, horse feed.
The perfect place to find paper, it seems.
Oh, I'm sure they got reams and reams of paper. Most likely. I mean, why wouldn't they?
Cole, do you have the gold for enough paper? Or is this
I
pointless?
have precisely enough gold to copy down
Perfect.
both spells we're interested in.
Both?
And for me,
Yeah.
Lady Corinne, for me it is an easier task.
Ah,
For you,
Right.
these 2 spells may be more difficult.
irritating is the word you're looking for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Ted.
Yeah.
Would by any chance at this bird barn thing that you just said,
Huh?
would they have, like, things that can break locks?
Like a pick or like a hammer?
Yeah, like thieves' tools.
I don't know what thieves' tools are, but others probably have plenty of things to break locks. You just gotta get a little leverage, maybe a crowbar. Probably got that.
No,
I'm
this is
like,
exactly what we're looking for. Crowbar it is.
like a crowbar is like too out there. I want something that is delicate and you can do like very slowly.
Tell you what,
Okay.
Larry, we'll go
Check
shopping
that.
in the morning.
The store, then. Yeah.
Also, where could someone go if, in case someone would have left a message? Like,
What?
Oh, all of our postage goes to the Salt Trench Jail. It's a ride over there, down that road.
did you say jail?
Yeah, that's where our post goes, our mail and whatnot. The Crown's Guard disseminates it, you know.
Right. Okay. Thank you. That's actually very good to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Okay, we should head up to the rooms then.
What do you want? I can have your meals out in a jiffy if you want to just hold tight, or I can just send it up to you if you'd rather do that. That's up to you, though.
No, we can eat together. That's fine.
Good. We need to discuss something with our new friend.
Yes, that's true. Yes, we'll head up to the rooms and then we'll just come back down. Easy peasy.
And afterwards, if you need, I can just perform and, you know.
She is a talented musician.
I mean, I never say no to a show, but if you want to save that energy for tomorrow, I'm sure Watchmaster Reginald would love to hear a song on a send-off.
All right.
Are you sure it's all right if we join in the festivities? I wouldn't want to impose.
Oh, yeah, sure. Alfield, everybody's welcome in Alfield.
Delightful.
I love him so much. He's the coolest person I've ever met. No, not that I've ever met, but the coolest person I've met in the last few hours.
You know I can hear you, right? Like, you're talking about me and I'm sitting right here?
Yeah, I'm talking right to you. I have nothing to hide.
Lyrus, you are easily impressionable.
All right, very well.
All right. Rooms.
Oh, yeah, your keys. Sorry about that. The gold-plated keys are for the suite, and the other ones are for just the regular rooms. There you go. Hope you enjoy.
I will hand the gold key to Varin.
If you do need any hot water for your bath, just give us a holler, and we'll have that situated for you.
Delightful.
Right, enjoy your stay at the Candle Glow Inn. Happy to have you.
Sabi's taking another sweet.
Girls
and feet.
And says,
More books and stuff up.
No, they should be fine in the cart now that it is covered. Could you do me a favor and feed the dogs, though? I am very tired, and I just want to sleep.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah, we'll get it.
I'll look after the dogs. I'm gonna go see to Copper and.
Thank you. And he's just gonna go walk off, basically alone to go up to his room.
Oh.
Just wounded and bloody.
Very
we're all
fucked up.
we're all still shit, by the way.
Yeah.
He
yeah,
would,
we haven't
listen,
rested.
he wouldn't be bloodied. Lyres would have prestidigitated the
Well,
blood.
Yeah.
Even that,
Trev.
your healing probably doesn't take the gaping wound out of his neck. It just
Yeah.
heals it
Not
over.
enough. Yeah. No, it wasn't enough
He's
healing
fucked
to.
up.
Yeah.
He
It
almost-
wasn't enough healing to heal you.
That tried chewing his throat out of his body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to
Asabi will lean down.
disembowel and
Yeah.
If we could have a dinner sent up to his room, that would be great.
Yes. He has been through an ordeal.
Raw meats and just whatever I've seen that Whoosh likes.
Birdseed.
Yeah.
Birdseed. You know.
on the road, you've seen him eat
I
bugs
swear to
and
God, you
shit.
said bird seed.
Yeah.
Like,
Bugs and shit. Yeah, that's the dinner of champions that we're ordering for Whoosh. Bugs and shit.
Bugs and
No,
shit, yeah.
I said he's like raw meat and stuff, right?
He's
Yeah.
raw meat to his
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah, ravens
He
eat
said-
raw meat.
Oh, the meat for the dogs. Oh.
Yeah, he's given raw meat to the dogs. He eats basically everything, it seems.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll just have a dinner sent up to his room.
Okay.
And then she's gonna go
Yeah.
see the horse.
Go
feed the
drop
dogs.
stuff upstairs. Ah, yes.
Excellent. So you guys all make your way to your rooms. Whoosh, you head to your room. Okay. Asabi, you take care of the animals, make sure they're fed and looked after.
I
And
will
while she's
frantically
outside,
wash
she's-
my hands and face at
Okay.
my washroom.
While she's outside before she comes back in, I'm sure it's kind of like getting on into evening. She's just gonna take a little walk down the village, just enjoy the twilight and the stars a bit. Just take a little time to herself before she comes back.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, okay. 15.
15. Are there 3 Damerons on the...
Yeah,
Don't worry
flying
about
idiots.
Don't worry about it!
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
Watch
it.
Alright.
As you're walking through the city...
You need to ask questions. What the fuck?
Yeah. As you're walking through the Alfield, it's very quiet, very serene.
That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah. You know, see a few sparse Crown's Guard here and there. The decorations are all set and whatnot. You do see all the On the Wind stables. It's not a big town. It's all very clustered together.
One main street, and that's about it, kind of thing.
And something catches your eye, something strange. You see behind one of the more residential-looking buildings, just like this flash of light, like several torches, just kind of igniting, and then the light slowly dimming away.
Like dimming away, like being put out, or moving
Like
off?
moving somewhere. It's just the light seems to fade.
She's gonna meander that direction and see what's going on.
Are you stealthing?
Yes.
Well, stealth check.
So good at that. Uh-huh.
13. You kind of move in that direction, and you see the obvious like footprints of about 8 or 9 people right outside what appears to be a storm cellar. The doors themselves have been closed, and you can smell that like faint kind of burning torch smell in the air, and you get a sense that whoever they were probably went down, and you can just make out the faintest kind of murmuring of voices down there.
Okay. Is the... See, Lane is nosy, but Asura is not. Can I hear the murmuring at all? If I lean down and kind of put my ear to the door?
Make a perception check.
Damn it. Alright. Ooh!
Okay. Funny, actually. There we go. You hear bits and pieces. You hear what sounds like, if it's true, then maybe, and then it kind of like murmurs, kind of peters out. And you kind of hear something about, if we do this, it's treason. And that kind of peters out, and then you hear another voice say, I don't think the Freeden is a myth. I think they're out there, and we should find them. And then that also peters out. And then the voices kind of get quiet for a second. It's almost like contemplative silence. Then you hear that. You hear some faint shuffling heading towards the stairs that lead up to the cellar door.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Around the corner.
You back up, kind of go back around the corridor and hear the cellar door.
Yeah.
You see this
And then
faint,
as soon as I'm out of sight, I just stand really still and quiet.
you see a faint bit of light kind of cascade out of the cellar door. You just hear, "No, don't say anything." And the cellar door closes again.
Okay. She's gonna head back to the inn, go up to her room,
Alright.
and just chill out for the evening.
Okay.
Think about that.
Anyone doing anything else for the evening?
I
Maybe a
thought
little
we
bit
were going
bathing.
to talk.
I thought we were too, but apparently not.
Take
Oh.
a bath. We're gonna eat dinner. We're all gonna have a nice family dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Whoosh, I guess he's sleeping.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, we'll leave.
The man
Wish
has
to sleep.
half a
Yeah.
Half a throat. Yeah.
let him
Yeah.
sleep.
Okay, so she'll come
So-
down.
Yeah, Lane's
Yeah.
the only one that had to go to sleep. What?
Yeah,
Oh,
I would
yeah,
say
I forgot.
I would say by the time you see that and you get back, everyone's sitting down to eat,
All right,
Yeah.
she'll sit down.
except Whoosh.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Welcome back.
Took a walk.
Right, I was going to ask if the horse was really so fussy that he needed an hour. But
Thaddeus rushes over and puts the food down. Well, I hope you enjoy the walk. We have the most beautiful nights here in Alfield. Here's your food. If you need anything else, give me a holler. We got water, we got ale, we got wine. I'm afraid it's not the elvish stuff, but we got wine nonetheless.
Love some wine, yes.
yes, I'll take a glass of wine as well. Goodness.
How about some ale?
Excellent, there you are. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Thank you so much.
Scurries back.
Thank you.
Needed this.
Yes.
It's good to just sit down.
Do you folks not sit down often?
We've been
Not
traveling
really.
for a few days.
Not for the
Then-
past few weeks, yeah. Go, go,
Yeah.
go.
Life of the sellsword, I suppose.
I suppose.
So, friend,
Mother would be so proud.
you promised us information. We gave you ours. Who is this amazing magical practitioner?
Well,
Name. There are no notes. There never was.
Yeah.
yeah, there are no notes. There never was. Well, his name was Silnoran.
Copying that shit down.
Full spectrum.
He
Yeah.
moved.
Well,
Oh,
picture
shit.
came.
Can you guys hear me?
No.
Yeah,
Now.
we hear you
We
now.
heard you.
Jumped. No,
Oh,
he moved again.
Yeah.
Can
He
you?
moved again.
Hello? Hello?
He's phasing in and
You're
out of
good.
the future.
Your slide showing.
Yes.
Damn the blink spell.
Stop motion
Yeah,
animation.
damn the
We're
blink.
watching
Blink
PowerPoint.
spell.
Also, the stream
Hello?
is fucked up. Hello?
Oh, yay!
Hello?
Guys.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
think
Goodness,
I
Gross.
think my internet's having a heart attack.
Yeah, it did have a
Yeah, it
heart
did.
attack.
It sounds like it's having a heart attack.
Are we good?
In the middle of a stroke.
Stream is fucked up.
Good, bro?
Hey, Spectrum, we good, bro?
Can you
Give
guys
it a
hear me?
minute or so to
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll refresh the stream here.
I'm refreshing. Yeah, I think it's good.
Stream is back up, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sexy.
Yeah, it seems to be leveling out. Yeah. Okay.
Cool, 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 cool.
Well, you know, it's just Spectrum being Spectrum. It's nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
It's slow.
Yeah.
I remember
Florida,
this.
baby.
What was the last thing you guys heard? Sorry.
Silnaren, and then you were gonna say his last name, but
cut out that name.
Silnoran
I thought it was-
Sober.
I honestly thought it was a pause
I
for
couldn't
dramatic
hear that. My bad.
effect.
Silnoran Sober. I can.
Silmar. Okay, thank you.
Sometimes your names are too far. There you go.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And he just continues, and the reason I say that was his name is because he's no longer with us, unfortunately.
Oh,
I see.
do you forgive me if this seems
Condolences.
forgive me if this seems forward, but do you know the circumstances behind his death?
I do. I was there. The public was there. He was executed by the crowd.
Of course.
Ah. Wow.
A charge of treason.
Huh.
Although
I see.
How open?
it
How
wasn't.
open was he?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, if he taught you all these things that come from a goddess that isn't approved, they
Oh,
probably.
he didn't worship Mistra. He taught about her, which is completely within the confines of the law. But I felt my own calling to her. It harkens back to my parents being pious, I suppose.
Could it be possible that this practice of combining two different kinds of magic was seen as dangerous and heretical?
Treasonous.
You would think
Seems
that,
so.
but people like Silnoran, usually with that kind of gift, they are recruited by the Cerberus Assembly.
Yes.
Tim,
Yes.
how long ago would I have heard anything about it?
Make a history
Considering-
check.
Yeah, I was wondering if I'd ever heard this guy's name.
You both can make a history check.
Ooh, 14.
Yeah. Oof.
Alright. Lyris, and Vern too, you vaguely remember the last, the last sets of executions, because they do them together, was good, like, year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. You don't remember who was executed, but...
It's not something that I would actually go to watch.
Right.
So.
Wild. Well.
Needless to say, I don't believe the charges were accurate, but...
Of course not. They
Mm.
never are. And that's the thing, you know, they are always trying to fabricate evidence against
Well-
people that they want out of their way. That's a common thing that happens, you know.
Well. Maybe.
No, it's not maybe, it is like that.
How do you know?
Well, I know a lot of people and I know a lot of things.
Perhaps fabrication of evidence isn't the best thing to be discussing in a public venue.
As you guys are speaking, you do see someone enter to the tavern. Be a human man, wearing what looks like carpenter's attire, with a belt with tools on it. Seemingly, dirty, kind of covered in looks like sawdust. Looks like he's been building things. Someone on the young side. And as you see them, Dorvin kind of looks over and just hear, Alistair? And as he says that, the man kind of turns, kind of shocked to hear his name. And as he does, Al, if you wish to describe your character.
Howdy.
Excuse me?
Wait, what?
The bird passed away upstairs.
Wait, what?
The bird did not pass away. Don't kill my bird off.
How do you know?
Shit, the bird might have passed away. Alistair is a young man, early 20s easily. Handsome and strong face. He is built, very clearly strong, but standing at only about 5'10", about the average height of a man, just broad and muscular. Despite his very clear commoner's clothes and his carpenter's like equipment, he wears a very fine red cloak with a clasp on it, but it has splotches of a reddish brown that seems to be of dried blood. And his hair is blonde and about chin height, and braided behind in the back of it is a golden loop that has a black ribbon on it that's embroidered with golden runes. Yeah. And he goes, Dorvin, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be up in the Zadash.
well, hey, come sit. Have a bit of drink. You've been, what have you been doing?
Uh, um, Not so long ago, the storm that passed by knocked down a house that was around here. I've been doing my best to put it back up.
Still doing your Habitat for Humanity situation, I see.
He'll come over and pull out a seat to sit down with them. Say, I'll do what I can to help people.
I know. Everyone, this is an old friend of mine, an old protege, as I guess you could say, Alistair.
Hmm.
I
It's
see.
My name's, well, if he's already introduced me, Alistair. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. And he'll give you a polite little bow of his head and smile.
Pleasure.
The pleasure is ours.
Hello?
Hi.
Another
Dorvin here.
wizard?
No wizard. Dorvin here taught me some arts of herbalism and whatnot. How do you know these people, if I may ask?
Well, funny you ask about making my way back to Zadash. I was on my way back to Zadash. I was set upon by some gnolls along the road. These people actually ventured into that knoll hole and rescued me.
We saved him.
They saved me.
Oh, you have my thanks then. Are you alright, Dorvin?
Oh, you know me, I bounce back. They seem to be in the sort of kind of thing you do. Running around the world and saving people, helping
Huh.
things.
We're trying. We've
Oh.
just begun, for the most part.
May I ask your names?
Well, to be fair, we kind of stumble into it, but we do it, I suppose.
That is the fates playing, Lyris.
Right, I only know like 2 of their names, so
Shit,
Oh.
did we never introduce ourselves?
We
Goodness.
really have a knack
I
for not
did.
doing that.
he knows Asavi's and he knows Lyris's.
Okay, so I
Or
suggest we all just,
they know Asavi's and Lyris's kind
yeah, we all just go around the table saying our names, but the characters are willing. My
Yes,
co
I'm
said,
Chorus. Lovely to meet you.
What's your
I'm
I am
Dameron.
pleasure to meet you as well, Cameron?
I am Lyris Marville. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well met.
Vorin.
Well met. And you? Did he look towards Sarah?
Zero has been staring at his plate with a strange
Sarah.
intent, and he just now looks up. There's a new
Send it
person.
to you.
There is a new person, yes.
Yes,
Please say your name, dear.
Alistair.
Hi, I'm Zero.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Sarah.
They
Asana just
they have
pats
another
Sarah on the back.
companion upstairs, a small bird creature.
Yes,
He
birds,
had
yes.
quite a bit of a day. He went to bed early.
Yeah, he was nearly killed, so
Yeah,
Oh.
nasty stuff.
Yes.
Sorry to hear
Well,
that.
It was really close, and I thought we were going to lose him, but I managed to insult them, so they didn't.
curious. How long are you planning on staying in Alfield, Alistair?
Well, I just finished up the house today, actually. Now it just needs painted and whatnot, but that's being done by the other villagers that are helping. I am free to leave whenever. I was planning on going back up, going north of here in a few days. I was planning on going visiting the shrine. It's at Ash.
Oh,
What shrine?
still on your pilgrimage, eh?
Finished my pilgrimage before, but I am still going around and doing missionary work for the church, wherever it needs.
a holy man.
wild.
Which church? If you
Hello.
don't mind my asking.
Pelor the Dawnfather.
Ah,
The legal one.
right,
That's
yes.
the good one.
Finally, we've got
Yeah,
one.
that's a safe one. Yes.
I don't know that one.
Good to know that one's safe.
Lyris.
I did not know.
I'm just saying.
It is
The
fine.
polite thing to do would be to offer you something to eat, maybe a drink.
Truly, come and join us at our table.
Thank you. I can pay for myself, but I will gladly eat with all of you.
Well,
It's been a while
please,
since
there's plenty of food here for you to pick off. You don't have to pay for anything.
And he'll begin to, eat and whatnot. Sorry.
Why not?
Where are you all coming from?
South.
I don't know.
I
And
see.
he's not lying either.
Very north.
Very north. Are you from
Well-
Lexington?
No, more north.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
where you're
okay.
from. I mean, like, technically we all came from the south, so
I thought that's what he meant. But
yeah.
I am also from the south, so it works.
I was born in Nicodranas, but I was raised in Zadash.
Life stories. Okay.
That's not a problem to say where I'm from. I mean, everyone
We're
knows.
traveling from Rexentrum.
Not from Rexentrum. Oh my
Raftengard?
god.
No,
Raftengard.
Raftengard.
Oh, yeah.
Raftengard,
We're traveling
Crossroom
from
Wall.
Raftengard.
Yeah. You lived there, so you should know. Yeah.
You should know, Alistair, right
Yeah.
off the rip, that they are a little slow, but they got spirit, so...
Wow. What did you say?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Why do people keep saying that?
Savi definitely said the right thing. Shh, 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 shh.
I
It's fine.
totally said
I
the
wouldn't
right
say
thing.
that I'm the quickest either.
So how's your mother doing?
But I visited her not long ago, a few months. She was doing fine as ever. She's fit as a fiddle still. Oh! He realizes the mistake he's made and looks around for his little buddy, Tim.
Yeah, you don't see him.
Oh, okay. Can he try to mentally say, "Where the hell are you?"
You do that, and you just hear, "Hey, boss, why don't you hush? All right, I'm trying to pick over an olive over here." You just see an olive kind of lift up off of Asavi's plate and start flying through the air.
Oh my god.
Something's
it's a
wrong.
Ghost.
What?
It's a ghost, you guys. It's a ghost.
Did anyone see that?
No, that's
Yeah.
an olive.
Watching it right now, and
It's
I'm
a flying
obsessed.
olive.
You
it's
watch,
not
you watch as
like,
the olive just kind of hovers near Alistair's shoulder, and then just a bite gets taken out of it.
See, it's a ghost. Like an olive doesn't eat itself.
I wouldn't say it's a ghost. I don't think ghosts eat, but you should
Ghosts
be
eat
more
ghosts.
polite, Indrid.
Ah, you're right. You're right. Hang on.
You right?
The olive just gets devoured, and then you, and then you watch as this form. Well, you describe him as he becomes visible.
This form kind of shifts back into reality, and what you see is a small fairy of sorts with about 6 to 8 inches tall, very small, blonde hair with moth-like wings and little moth-like antennae that's come out of his head, and vibrant blue eyes, dressed in some puffy and garish clothing that he seems to be wearing.
Do you
What
say
did you
fairy?
say? You
He
were?
just
Very-
stands up on
Or like-
Alistair's shoulder and goes, "Ah, good people, how you doing? The name's Sir Indrid, at your service." And he just bows.
Could we?
Good
Could the
evening.
could the smart
Sir
people tell
Indrid.
that it's a pixie or a fairy, whatever it is?
Yeah.
roll an Arcana check.
Okay.
Can I poke you?
This literally could not get weirder. This has
23,
been
I
the
don't know.
longest day
Damn.
ever.
23. Ko, this is a sprite.
Yeah, Sprite. Got it.
It's like
Interesting.
fairies, but significantly weaker.
Yeah. Of course.
I mean, this might seem a very weird question, but can I poke you?
Only if I get to poke you, sweet tits.
Of course you
Alright.
can. Just don't poke me in the eye because that's a low blow.
How would I poke you in the eye? That would be injuring.
Right.
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna poke you.
You totally can. Just watch where you poke.
Osaviel.
Why do you want to be poked? I'm confused. Who are these people, Alistair? What are we doing?
These are, well, relative strangers. It's Dorvin that we're meeting again, but...
Oh
these are-
yeah, the herb guy.
Yes.
You have got to be kidding.
Osaviel grab a spare like little plate, put a couple more like olives and stuff on it, and just set it over in front of Alistair and Indrid.
You
So you don't have
are
to steal off other people's plates.
you are an interesting one, Alistair. You don't see many humans in relationship with a sprite.
Nah, it's not a relationship. First of all, it's a partnership. We're both noble knights doing good for the realm. Get it right
How
first and
are
foremost.
you? Wow.
Knights.
I'm delighted.
Yeah, he
That
does the
seems-
building, I do the killing. Come on.
Ah,
Certainly fearsome.
yeah, sure.
Also,
He
thank
is
you,
the
sweetheart, for the olives. He watches he pulls out this small little sword and pokes into the olive and starts eating it.
You're very welcome.
Emmett's
I'll slowly
Indrid.
poke the wing, just to see if it's real.
He just poked the wing.
Virus.
Boop! The wing kind of slaps you on the hand.
You are real.
I would hope so. Somebody's got a lot of explaining to do if I'm not.
You've got to be kidding me.
The world is truly wonderful to see a relationship, or excuse me, partnership like this.
Ah, he's getting it.
He's getting
Yeah.
it, yes. I met Sindred not long ago. Maybe 4 years when doing some missionary work near the forest.
Yeah.
Delightful.
Or it
Yeah.
would be a place to find a sprite.
And what kind of work do you knights do in the realm?
Knights of the realm.
Building and killing?
You know, saving damsels in distress. Saving princesses from towers, slaying dragons.
Can I get a head count on how many dragons you've slain?
In real life or in my dreams.
Why not both? Yeah.
Well, you know, in my dreams, I'm a queen and I am married to a very handsome king. So,
Let's not talk about dreams.
Probably about 87. 87, I would say.
87.
Alright.
Right.
He was
A
once
perfectly
eaten by a
high-
pseudo dragon, if that counts as slaying one.
Oh,
You know what? We'll give it
For-
to him.
for
Sure.
one his size, probably.
Yeah.
More
Hell, it's a
dragons than
pseudo
I've
dragon.
killed.
A familiar.
Can
Similar.
be.
Familiar.
A lizard that
is-
can fly. Indeed.
Like a dragon, but miniature.
it's like a tiny dragon. It's super cute.
All these answers are correct.
And I think he gets the point at this point, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I think he needs a few more, I'm gonna be honest.
Alright.
And they
Leave him be.
Just eats another olive.
Wow.
Hey,
Wow.
there's some meat here too if you want.
No, I'm good with the olives, thank you though.
Are you a vegetarian?
No, I just like olives.
They are pretty good.
They're
Bad
delicious.
take.
Salty, earthy, everything you need.
I've never acquired the taste myself.
Joy.
You're a turtle, you don't eat olives?
My kind are omnivores, but I'm vegetarian.
Olives is a vegetable.
Not my favorite.
You can be a vegetarian and think a vegetable is bad.
Strange.
Hmm.
You know, I've actually never seen a turtle before. That's crazy. You're just like a giant turtle.
I hadn't
I've never
either.
seen a sprite
Wait.
before.
Alistair, is
You're
that
not-
racist? That's probably racist, isn't it? Probably shouldn't say that.
It
I'm
would,
un-
Everywhere we
Sure.
go, something new.
would it surprise you to know you're not the first sprite I've seen? In the jungles around my village, the Fae is somewhat strong.
I'm gonna say no, it wouldn't surprise me.
Hmm.
So, Ildred, since my companions say that it's bad to write stories about people that don't want to be written about, do you want me to write a story about you?
Gonna write stories about me and Alistair?
Yes, I can. Like, I can insert you in the story that I'm writing right now.
How many books you got published?
Well, technically none.
Wait, so you mean
But I'm
you're
working
not
on
even a
it.
famous author? You're just what? You're just
am
writing a
working
book
on-
for
Yes.
like it's
Well,
not.
I'm a storyteller, and I just tell stories. And
All right,
Not a
let-
famous
so-
author yet.
Let's talk
Every
royalties.
famous
Yes.
author felt as a nobody.
Let's
so-
talk royalties though. How what's the cut?
I flick him in the back of the head when he says that.
Ah! All right, you
No,
know
he
that's
has a
not
point.
that's not
If
very
I'm
knightly.
going to-
You're right.
No, your friend has a point. If I'm going to use him in the book, I have to give him some money.
I mean, honestly, here's what I'm thinking. What was you saying? Marvel, Lyris, something like that.
Lyris. Yes.
What you should do is scratch the whole book, start writing a new one, all about me,
Listen, I have a
and
better solution.
and my sidekick Alistair.
I think we
Your
can do
sidekick.
both, and you can be the protagonist of the second installment of my story.
Oh, so we get the sequel.
Yes.
Won't that
You know,
confuse your
the
readers,
third-
though? If the first book's about something and the second book's about something completely different? And then what if you go into the
No.
third book and then it's back at the first book and people are so confused, they think the story's all railroady and
No,
strange?
No, listen, we got a connection because we met here in this tavern. So when you come back in the second book, because you can come back saving everyone, and then the second book it can be all about you and your sidekick.
Can I be riding a hummingbird?
Sure.
You're a bit bigger than a hummingbird, though, I think.
And you already have wings.
Are you trying to downplay your size instead of?
Shh. Just let me live my dream, Alistair.
You could ride a pseudo dragon.
Right, sorry.
I don't want to ride a pseudo
But
dragon.
then he would have
Okay.
to kill it. It's a bad idea.
I'd have to kill the hummingbird? Why? The
No,
beautiful,
the pseudo
precious
dragon.
creatures. Oh, the pseudo dragon? Yeah, they can get fucked. But a hummingbird? Don't hurt hummingbirds. Come on.
Yeah, I can make like a giant hummingbird that only you have.
Well, Alistair,
like that.
you and your friend have certainly made an impression.
I apologize. Injured is a bit of a speaker for sure.
I mean, speaker. Yes.
Oh, am I doing that thing where I talk too much? Oh, shut up. Sorry. I'll just eat my olives.
Asabi puts a few more on that plate.
You're a sweetheart.
Delightful.
Yes,
Yeah.
so this is Dwarven and his wonderful companion. This is Alistair and his wonderful companion. There's too many fucking people at this table, dude.
100 people here.
There's too many people at this table.
We should have a family dinner on Sunday.
Fucking wild.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
No! Hey, Cole, not cool. It's not a Last Supper.
Talk about people die.
People died. Star Wars.
It's episode 1, homie.
But yeah, Dwarven continues. As much fun as this has been, truly, I think I'm gonna call it an evening.
Yeah, I would like to get out of here, so I'm going to retire as well.
I mean, you see, that's what I was going for, only I said it much more.
Enjoy your evening, Dwarven.
Yes, but this is direct mail. There'll be no mistakes about whether I like them or not. Yeah, okay. Have a good evening. Maybe I'll see you in the morning.
Bye.
Yes, we'll all be taking a
Can I
day of
get
rest,
another
I guess,
glass of
tomorrow,
wine
and then
before
we'll
I
set
head
out
up?
for...
Oh yeah, sure thing. We can get that set up to you right away. No problem.
Delightful, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go take a bath.
I think the wine is getting to her.
Oh,
She is
King.
scrawny.
She's always like that. It's not the wine. Hey, Indrid, if you want, we can talk a lot more after they go to bed.
Are you gonna keep trying to poke me? Because it's getting a little weird, gotta be honest.
No, I just wanted to see if you're real, because like I've seen people that are like make illusions of things that don't exist. So I just wanted to see.
Trust me, you ain't never seen an illusion that looked this good.
I make one that looks exactly like him.
That's a handsome illusion, I gotta be honest. That's a handsome illusion. Good job.
Excuse me, I have not only seen an illusion
Wasabi
that
will
looks this
put a
good,
little
but I
olive on its
made
head.
them.
Mwah. It's perfection. Honestly, truly.
Well, if we are staying in this town, I think it's time we get some rest.
I suppose.
You know, that's probably good. You know, me and Alistair's been working all day. When I say me and him, I've just been watching him work, so we should probably get some sleep.
It was a pleasure meeting all of you. I would like to speak again if possible.
Are you
Yeah,
staying at this
sure.
inn?
Yes.
Oh, then we'll
Your
see
friend
you
is the
in morning.
coolest person.
We'll be around in the morning.
Oh, you guys stick around for the party. There's gonna be music and food and stuff.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Seems we are.
We saw them setting up when we arrived.
That's awesome. Well, and he kind of like stands up on Alistair's shoulder again, just kind of does a deep bow. I bid you all a good evening. Right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're supposed to say?
Yes.
You can say what you want.
All
Good
right.
night, everyone.
Good night, all.
Turn to go retire.
Savi'll
You
go
can
and...
also totally say, "See you, fuckers."
No, it's not very knightly. It's not very knightly.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Turning over a new leaf. And he just kind of goes invisible.
Delightful.
But
All
sugar
right.
tits, that's nightly.
Oh, that's super
Anyway,
He apologized after he said it.
He did. He did.
Nighttime.
Turning over a new leaf.
He's
right.
trying.
he's working on it. He's trying.
He,
He's doing
All
his
right,
best.
bless his heart.
Lady Sugar Tits.
If you're gonna call me sugar tits, make sure you put lady in front of it. My way.
Putting it down.
excuse me, it's Lady Sugar Tits for you.
Etiquette.
I'll tell you, I have a title.
Asavi will knock on Varun's door.
Okay.
Yeah, come in.
Come in, close the door. Sorry to bother you. I know you're territorial.
Oh, no bother.
Took a bit of a walk, and I know it's not something we should stick our noses in, but given our record, it might come back to bite us in the ass if I don't tell someone. Took a bit of a walk and overheard a group of people in a cellar talking about the Frieden. I couldn't get a sense of what was going on.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this. Do you think they're going to do something dangerous and stupid?
Probably.
Ah, fuck.
At least something treasonous.
Ugh. 2 parties. 2.
I know it's not our business, but I don't.
No, it is our business because of this. And she rifles through her backpack and throws the stupid symbol on the bed. This makes it our business.
That's what I thought. Shoving the others.
I would warn Ko, and in the morning I would warn Whoosh.
Okay.
Everybody else would be ready to fight at a moment's notice, but those are the vigilant eyes.
Right.
So,
Good idea.
yeah.
I'd rather not get
everybody
into
else
trouble, but
stoked for the bounty, so no need to ruin the mood if nothing happens. So, warn Whoosh and warn Ko. I have a feeling they will not mind being in the know. And everybody else will fight if we fight.
alright.
Fuck. Oh, and the doctor fellow. You should warn them as well.
Okay. Do you think so? Are you alright?
I'll be fine. Irritated, but I'll be fine. I finished what needed to work on, and now all that's left for a perfect evening is just a bath and pretend that the Frieden don't exist.
Alright. I'll leave you to it.
Right, yeah.
Leave to her own room.
Alright.
Actually, no. She'll go to Co's room. Knock.
Okay. Ko, you hear a knock at your door?
Come in.
Hi. Sorry to disturb you. I was talking with Varin. I know you weren't with us for a bit of it, but part of the trouble we ran into when before we met you was connected to a secret society known as the Frieden. Revolutionaries, not quite sure of their goals or too much about them, but troublemakers in any case. They attacked Ration Guard. And I went for a walk just now. Overheard a group of townspeople, I assume, talking about something similar. Some kind of plans I couldn't quite hear, and I didn't think it a good idea to get any closer, so just
You're right. It probably
with the
would not-
celebration tomorrow, it wouldn't hurt to keep an eye out. Be
You
on the
fear
lookout.
they may attempt something similar to what happened in Raftengard.
Yep, we were all hanging out at a festival and someone attacked the town, so if this would be a copycat or something else, it could be years down the line. I don't know what they were talking about, but nothing good, I'm sure.
I shall
I
keep
just
an
wanted to
eye.
give you a heads up.
Is there any symbol, anything that identifies them?
Yes, actually, she'll pull out a little scrap of paper and draw the Frieden symbol as best she can. But
Very well.
little bird and circle, a little device in the middle.
Let us hope our rest isn't interrupted.
I hope so. All right, I just wanted to give you a heads up.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
You as well, Asabi.
Go to her room. No, she'll go to Woosh.
Okay. You sure?
Shh, shh, shh. It's okay, Woof. It's okay. You alright,
Whoosh,
Woosh?
whoosh, you feel his cold nose nuzzle you awake.
You're muted.
Yeah.
Also, you're muted.
Oh, he went. What? Yes. Hello.
Your door to your room kind of cracks open. You see a Savi poke her head in.
Hey, I just wanted to check on you before I went to bed. You alright?
I'm fine. Just very tired.
Alright. I'll let you rest. I think we're all gonna do a bit of shopping, hang out at the festival tomorrow. If you want to rest, I'll send breakfast up.
I will be up early. Don't worry.
Alright.
He would.
She'll scratch the dog on the head. Good boy. Yip.
Okay. If you leave, he'll just go back up to his dogs and pass the fuck back out.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll go to bed.
Okay. So, as you all retire for the evening, to get a evening's rest here in the Candleglow Inn, except for Cero, because he never sleeps.
I'm gonna go walk off.
Alright. We're going to take this opportunity to take a quick break. Use the bathroom, get some drinks.
Hell yeah.
Put up
Party.
our awesome
Be right back sign. Come
be
on,
right
baby.
back sign.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
Love to see that thing.
I'm delighted.
yeah, it's
Ooh.
just so good,
Pixely
dude.
glory.
So, BRB.
Totally worth the money.
Okay.
from.
Continue to just picture.
I think
Alistair
when he said Alistair, like me, Ivan, and Hazel, light bulbs, and we just saw Alistair.
True.
Yeah, no doubt.
Also, Tim, why would you give me a sprite like that to interact with? Right?
Yeah.
And I was telling
And then you're
them,
you're the first person to complain. I have too many NPCs. You really
Yeah,
are
right?
your own worst enemy, right?
yeah.
Please give me more NPCs. Why the fuck do you guys have 7 NPCs in the same party?
And I was saying,
Just
I
keep
was
it
saying
down,
it
baby. More droids in Star Wars, dude.
I was saying it shows
Yeah.
that we've known each other for more than 2 years, and if we've played for more than 2 years, when we can go back and forth like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Yeah. It's like,
Like,
it's like when I RP Hazel's brother. It's just natural.
Exactly. Or you or her and
Oscar. Oh, Danaki.
no,
What?
Danaki.
What? Okay, sure.
Love Oscar.
Yes, Oscar
Like my
is.
ship.
There's done nothing wrong.
Oscar
And
is the
Oscar's
Done
best.
nothing, period. So I suppose it's hard.
Good job here, son. You've done nothing.
Alas.
He taught you all a very valuable lesson. That's what he did. So,
Did he?
Patience. He taught patience.
he did. Jumping back into the session.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
That thing. Sarah, was there anything you wish to do on your walk, or are you just kind of walking?
Sarah's gonna piss out of town. He's gonna walk. This is a hilly area, right? It's like
Absolutely.
hilly
Yeah.
grassland.
Yeah, it's surrounded
he's
by.
gonna
It's
go
like
find,
framed by like a crown of hills and mountains.
He's gonna walk like 15 minutes out of town to find a hill that just overlooks all of Alfield.
Okay.
And it's night, in its twilight glory, sort of thing. And then he's gonna set up his little painting stand. But he's gonna wait a little bit. He's just gonna sort of envision the town for a while of what it would look like if there was light. And then he's gonna look up, remembering his mistakes, and find if there is a moon tonight.
There is. There's a full
God,
moon.
sometimes I forget you're up.
It's quite bright. You just hear, "Are you talking to the moon again?"
Sometimes it runs away.
It's part of the moon. Never mind.
There's 2 of them.
I know.
Sometimes both of them are gone. It's weird. I know both of them can be gone. Well, I have letters to write. And he's going to reach into his bag and start pulling out a little bit of parchment. And he's just going to basically scribe all of the shit that he's written in his infinite scroll. All the things he's fought, all the people he's met, just sort of write it all
Okay.
down into a piece of parchment and then just sort of fold it up and write on the front of it in charcoal, just to mom and dad. And then erase it and just write to the Windmakers. And he'll
Okay.
just hold it upwards, summon fire in his hand, have it turn to ash, and then just blow it out into the night sky. Maybe that'll reach him. I don't know. And then he'll wait a little while until it's nearly sunrise, and then he'll paint Alfield in its sun-risen glory.
Excellent. Make a painter's tools check.
This boy is so sad.
14.
14. It's some of the line work is, just a tad off, but it's beautiful. It's exactly how you envisioned it, if not just a little. The technique was a little off, just a smidge, but it's
Just a way to remember it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh no, this is Alfield. And then he'll sign it at the bottom.
As you complete that and the sun fully begins to rise, the rest of you awake, unless you're Varen, who... Did you trance or just sleep?
Slept.
Okay. Yeah,
Slept, baby.
You all awaken.
Pretend the freedom don't exist if you're kind of awake.
You can hear the sounds of a bustling tavern below you, getting ready for the day, as well as just a number of voices beginning to communicate and rise outside the the tavern itself.
Good day.
Woosh would try to go down early and get some food before running off to go to the stables.
Okay, yeah, easy enough. You definitely procure some, bacon, eggs, sausage, biscuits, whatever you wish. There's a smorgasbord of food. Because they do have a butchery here, they always have a selection of meats. And then you rush off to the On the Wind Stables, which is to the right of the central portion of town. You see, it's a humble stable, but it has a very large enclosure where you see what appears to be a number of plains cows that are indigenous to tal'dorei, as well as a number of horses and whatnot. And you can see currently hauling 2 very large bags of feed from one portion into the actually enclosed space is this large dragonborn individual.
Woosh would go to approach the dragonborn. Excuse me, sir.
As you say that, they turn around and just goes, "I'm a woman, actually." And you see it's a black scaled dragonborn with no tail, very strong and hardy and rotund, and she kind of looks down at you. "But you're not from here, so that's alright. The name's Dermis. What can I do for you?"
If possible, I'd like to get a horse. A draft horse to pull carts, if possible.
Are you renting it or buying it?
Buying.
Puts the feed down. "Step over here."
Follow.
Shows you a number of horses, all of them hardy and very very imperial looking. Definitely made to work and work hard. As she shows them to you, she kind of goes, "You can have the pick of the lot. They're 50 gold pieces apiece, so..."
He'd just go through. If possible, I'll can I make an animal handling to see so you can find this basically the best, healthiest, youngest one right now?
Sure, make an animal handling check.
It's a bird. What's he know?
9.
This is a big dog.
They're really big, and they all look real strong.
Great. He takes. Are any of them white? Lighter one and a white one.
No, none of them are white, unfortunately.
He just picks one then. He just goes up to one and says, I'll take this one then, and takes out his coin purse and counts out 50 gold for them.
Excellent. Grabs the coins. You see the horse itself is this, kind of brown with speckles of white through its fur. This very strong, sturdy base. Seems to be a colt. She takes the gold. "Anything else? Would you like some feed or?"
If possible, I'll come back later for feed. I don't think I'd be able to carry it myself.
I mean, I could carry it for you.
Oh, well then, yes, but we're down by the inn over there, the Candlelit Inn.
Easy enough. How much do you need?
2 weeks. He says 2 weeks.
2 weeks worth of feed. That'll put you at about 1 silver and 4 copper.
He gives her 2 silver.
You want change?
No, you're carrying the feed for me, so...
Excellent. Doesn't argue. Just puts it away. Grabs the feed bag. And starts following you. As you lead the horse back to you guys' parked cart. She slams it into the cart and just kind of salutes you as she makes her way back to the stables.
Then he just makes way back in the van.
Okay.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
Can I go see if I can find the fucking paper?
You want to go to fucking paper?
Fucking paper and ink, please.
Paper and ink, dude.
Them paper boys.
Can I find thieves' tools?
So is
I need-
who all's going shopping?
Yes.
I'll go perusing. Yeah, we're looking around. I can't afford the paper I need, but I'm gonna look around.
Quickly, Asavi's gonna catch Whoosh when he comes back. Give him the heads up. The same heads up she gave Ko.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough.
And then we'll go shopping.
Alright.
Asavi will just tag along.
What's the doctor doing?
The doctor.
Dr. Dorvin, he comes down looking a little weary-eyed. Looks like he slept pretty hard. Probably his first good night's sleep in a while. But as he does, he kind of sees you all congregating, getting ready to do whatever you're doing. And he just nods at you all. So, are we just hanging out until the party, or,
Traipsing around, I suppose.
You're looking refreshed.
I don't feel refreshed. I slept quite hard. Bed was a little stiff, but, you know.
Apologies. Well, you're welcome to join us, I suppose.
I was actually, if it'd be alright with you, take a look at those berries.
We can take a look at those berries, of course. You all have fun. I'll be staying here.
I don't need you to overlook my examination. I just wish
I know you don't.
No. This game is so fun.
Delightful. You all have fun. I'll stay here.
Varen, do you want me to stay?
No, it's fine.
You sure?
Positive.
Alright.
Just a couple of wizards looking at some berries, right?
I mean, if you have shopping to do, you should probably get that done, yeah?
Oh, I'm too poor for shopping. I was just gonna go window shopping.
Can I make an insight check on the doctor to see why he's trying to look at these our berries and be like, is he trying to steal those berries?
Them. But,
Them, sorry, yes, thank you.
sure, make an insight check.
Alright, just a vibe check.
No, just a
Vibe check.
One second.
Can I vibe check the good doctor, please?
Yeah, sure. One
Can I
second.
vibe check on the doctor, please? It's like, no, don't stay while you look at your expensive, dangerous berries.
Yeah, these berries are clearly very protective of her. Oh, you don't have to stay. Oh, it's fine.
Oh, no, it's fine.
What?
I feel at this point Dorvin's fucking with you.
Let's be honest, homie did that shit first thing in the morning. Like, dog, really? All right.
Hey, Stretchy.
He couldn't have cut the berries. I keep the glove on my person at all times.
Still
You
fuck
lost
with
the
him.
10.
I'd still fuck with him.
Just take them and change his own glove. Son of a bitch.
How dare you?
He's also Cerberus-y.
Yeah, he's got the vibes. I don't trust him.
All wizards are assholes. I can't believe it.
I can't believe you don't trust my teacher. Can't believe
Rat
this.
bastards, those wizards.
Yeah, I don't think you're out of suspicion there, Mr. Alistair.
What seems suspicious about Alistair?
He's
Alright, back.
Carpenter.
He
He's
literally
a carpenter, yeah.
introduced.
People doing good is suspicious.
Yeah.
Never trust the carpenter. Carpenters are
He
pieces.
was introduced. So far, you've heard that he helped rebuild somebody's house that they lost, and he's doing missionary work for a good blind deity.
Hey,
Those are the two
Yeah.
things you know about him.
He's too good.
let's
He's
be honest,
too
nothing
good.
Nothing good has ever come from a good carpenter. Okay? There's no such thing in
Man
this
is a
world.
traitor.
There's
a
no
traitor
such thing in
to
this world that involves a carpenter that is good, alright? Nothing.
Fuck that guy.
What about
Alistair
Jesus?
committed like various war crimes. Like he's a carpenter.
Hey,
He's like, what's
going to the
Jesus?
heart- they're going to the heart of my joke.
That religious persecution.
And Jesus was a carpenter.
Exactly.
Anyways, your insight check. What are you trying to ascertain with your insight check?
If he intends to make off with the berries, would be the main goal.
Really a doctor.
Is he
I
really?
heard
No, he appears to be genuinely interested and just looking at them, just studying
Just
them.
academic interest.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bryn can handle this asshole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Argo has sort of like curled himself cat scarf style around Asabi's shoulders, if she will let him.
Yes, definitely.
Is Alistair also going shopping?
He would see you congregate and ask, would it be fine if I go with you? I wish to ask more about what happened with Dorvin over here. And
Shit.
You are more than welcome.
Of course.
thank you.
I'll just tag along as well.
Oh, it's a right party. Huh.
I mean,
Well, have fun.
shopping with
Don't go broke.
them is kind of boring, but I tend to try and make it fun, and I get great discounts.
Well, we'll take a look at the festivities. as
Right,
well.
there's a party. I mean,
And maybe we should even talk to this watchmaster about the knoll hole.
Right, yes. Do try and get the reward, please.
But if he's retiring, why are we giving him a job in his last day of work?
Yeah,
We're not
maybe
giving
we
him a
talk to
job.
his replacement if they've been
Right.
appointed and not.
We can ask him, like, oh, who is going to replace you? And we go and talk to that person.
One way or another, just try and get the coin, please.
Right.
On it.
Also, I kind of wanted to check if there's mail for me, but I'm kind of scared because the mail is in the jail. It kind of rhymes, though. I like it.
Jail mail, yeah.
Jail mail.
The distance.
Hey, you Asavi kind of hear your light kind of gets bumped and you just hear, pardon me, excuse me, so sorry. And you see the little halfling scurry past. Thad, where's the refreshments for the festivity, the wine and everything? We gotta get that ready. Oh, yeah, pardon me. And Thaddeus kind of rushes into the kitchen, looking a little perturbed and somewhat caught off guard. But you see the two halflings kind of scurry past. As you guys exit. Salvi, I think you wanted to mention something to Whoosh before you did.
Oh, I was just gonna gloss over that. Yeah, she'll pull Whoosh aside. Didn't want to bother you last night. I hope you got some good rest. Went for a bit of a walk yesterday and making sure no one's listening in. Overheard some talk from, I guess, some of the locals about some kind of plan, possibly treasonous, to do with the Freedom. With the festivities and what happened at Rafton Guard, I just wanted to keep an eye out. And you're pretty good at that, so Varin knows, Ko knows. Just wanted to keep an eye out.
It'd be terrible if something happened like that again. I'll be sure to keep an eye out.
Okay.
Would you rather that I stay nearby Vern to ensure that she is safe, or should I take a walk around the town?
Whatever you feel like. I've got Argo, and I think he can give me a heads up. She kind of looks at the cat. I think he can warn me if something's wrong with the Varin. But
Then I
just
will take a walk
be
around the
cautious.
town.
All right. We'll stay with these idiots.
Good luck shopping.
Be careful.
Vern seems like she's going to be taking a look at the berries, yes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's gone with the berries.
He gives Vern a little tap on the arm as he passes by to leave. And says a few words, more or less. And will use enhance ability, intelligence on Vern.
Sexy.
Sexy.
Before he goes on off his little patrol.
Okay. Excellent. So everyone except Varin and Whoosh are going shopping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Everyone's
Um.
just walking along, looking at stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sarah just walks back into the inn, does not know where anyone fucking went.
Well, you see Varin and Dorvin by the cart. And you also see a large group of eclectic people making their way.
Milling about.
Yeah.
Oh, Alistair this morning, he isn't wearing the carpenter's outfit anymore. He seems to have a darkened metal scale mail on. Not black, just darkened metal scale mail on. As well as a sword on his hip and a odd shield strapped over as well.
Now that looks a lot better than what you were yesterday, I have to say.
Quite dashing. We
It's-
were gonna take a walk around the town, do a bit of shopping, replenish our supplies if you wanted to join us.
Gladly.
All right.
Where's your friend?
Around, probably.
You just hear in your ear, Lyris. I'm right here. Why? What you want to know?
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. How we doing? Doing
Uh,
all right? You eat? Have a good sleep?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
That's good.
I mean,
That's good.
I have a better bed at home, but I could be like last time I slept in a cart, so
You
it's
do any writing last night?
I just left.
On the daring tales of Indrid and his sidekick?
Well, I kind of was coming back from actually saving like your friend's life and the bird. You've seen the bird, and like I totally saved him. Like he would have died if I hadn't been quick. But I kind of saved him by insulting the people, and that worked. I was so happy.
You insulted them to death.
Yes, I did.
Alistair, you said that we could never do that. You said that's impossible to insult someone to death. She did it.
No, I said you could not insult someone to death.
Ah, all right, I see.
But I will totally start on the ideas for the book tomorrow.
Hey, if you need a little ghostwriter, I'm pretty good at writing things. Can't hold a quill all too well because he knows about my size, but I can.
Well, we can find you like a little feather, like
Yeah, I can dip my sword in the ink and just kind of,
like
dribble
maybe
bit.
a hummingbird feather. It would be really cool.
Why would you pluck a hummingbird's feather? Leave the hummingbirds alone.
Yeah, you're right. You kind of like them. Okay, now we have to go shopping. We can talk books later.
All right, let's go. So you guys make your way towards the broad barn, located on the western edge of town. So as you exit out of the Candle Glow, you kind of follow the road through the central portion and hang left. As you guys do that, because it's probably going to take a lot more time, we'll just Varin and Dorvin, as I guess the berries are on the cart. Where are the berries at?
Yeah, we're just there. They're in the pots in the cart. We can just chill in the cart.
All right. And they hop into the cart and kind of sit down.
She hops up behind.
All right, so show me these just magnificent berries that just have you up in a.
Wow. She's got them kind of covered up, and like we've got so many fucking books in this cart. She's got them like pushed into a corner and like stacked behind a couple books to like really. So she pulls them out.
You people sure do love to read, huh?
Yes, it's insanity. Just go to a library. I don't understand why you need a full set of encyclopedias on the road. Pulls out the
I mean, you never
the
know.
pot, and she reaches into her coat and pulls out the gloves she enchanted and pulls them on. These gloves, they are enchanted with a specific school of magic, and they are the only way that you can cut the berries without killing them. Otherwise, I don't know, they disintegrated when we tried to take them off.
Yes,
That's right.
they tend to dust if you touch them unprotected.
Yeah. Yeah. And she pulls off her left glove and hands it to him.
How did you know I was left-handed?
I didn't. I'm right-handed.
Puts it on. So, curious. You seem to be a learned type. What is your interest in these berries?
Can't just have a hobby for medicine? Huh?
You don't seem like the medicinal type.
No, you're correct. I'm not. The story I've heard about them, they have a particular set of properties that align with my interest.
Your interest is staving off death.
Potentially.
Makes sense given your work. But well, let me see them. I've actually never laid my eyes upon deathbane berries.
Neither had I, and they are certainly a difficult find. Yeah, take a look.
Pull it off, and he kind of reaches the gloved hand in, pulls a stem out, just looks at the berries. They don't look too impressive, honestly.
They don't, and I don't really know what to make of them. From the stories, I expected more grandeur, but I suppose that's naivete.
Stories are often, more ostentatious than real life.
Yeah, correct.
Have you ate one?
No, but if you do, you have a... I've identified them, of course. If you eat one, you have a handful of them, anyway. You have a better chance of staving off death, should it come and bite you.
Have you heard the stories of these berries? What they potentially lock inside them?
Secrets to extending one's life, yes.
Extending one's life indefinitely.
Yeah.
That's not the only story, though.
Curious.
A long time ago, during the Age of Arcanum, it said that a wizard used these berries in a bit of alchemy that later most wizards would learn how to make health potions by. But he used this process with these berries in conjunction with magic to actually bring someone back to life who had been dead a very long time.
Curious.
That's not the curious part. It's said that this person that they brought back to life became immortal. Couldn't be killed. Didn't age.
I see.
And then from there the story gets a little weird. Supposedly it's where the first vampires came from.
Well, shit.
I don't know if I believe that part of it, but the rest of it I find exhilarating. Something provided by nature could be altered so strangely by magic.
It certainly is something. There's something here that it'll take a lot of time and a lot of effort, but well, we've got, I'd say, a small surplus of them now, so maybe we can unlock it.
Well, since you seem to be the keeper of berries, when we make our way to Zadash, mayhaps I can procure a stem or two and do my own research.
Perhaps we could come to a tentative partnership.
Say that with such exhilaration and
Yes, I'm
excitement.
thrilled with the prospect.
Hmm.
No, I just sound like this. I'm really very excited.
Well, thank you for letting me look at them.
Of course. If there's anything else, you need only ask.
Really, and you're not gonna do the whole dramatic guessing game if I ask?
Oh, I'll hang over your shoulder, but you can ask.
I appreciate that. If
Good.
there's anything you need, just ask.
Figure out how these fucking berries work. That's what I need.
What do you guys think it tastes like?
Oh my god.
Sorry, you guys seem very focused. I've been here for like 10 minutes.
By the 9 stars, what the hell?
What do you think they taste like?
Zero. And she turns around and she just puts both her hands on your shoulders. Zero, you do not sneak up behind people and then say something as stupid as, what do you think they taste like?
I didn't sneak up. I just walked up. You two were very focused. I'm very loud. Watch. And he'll just like walk in his split armored face. I'm not very quiet. You guys were just focused.
True, we were distracted. I'm unsure what they taste like. Supposedly...
Should I try one?
Absolutely not.
Damn.
But I am curious to see what would happen if someone ate one.
I have a
Sarah,
very good
if
immune
one-
system.
I could do it for science.
For science then. Sarah, eat one.
Ah, yeah. He just pops
one.
it in.
Just one.
Yeah. He waits for one of them with the magic gloves to hand him one, and then he just pops it in.
They hand it to you and just kind of throw it into your mouth, kind of catch it and eat it. As you bite into it, it's pretty tart. Catches you off guard. It's almost like biting into a lemon, rind and all.
It's like
yeah, you do. God. As you kind of chew it a bit more and the juices kind of linger in your mouth, it does turn sweet. It's almost like a that candy. First they're sour, then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids, yeah.
First they're sour, then they're sweet.
The flavor itself is kind of this mix between like a Granny Smith apple and a blackberry.
Wow.
Very, very strange.
Do you feel different? Are you going to die? Or live forever?
Feel like you can take an arrow through the heart.
Should we try it?
No.
What about magic?
What do you mean, what about magic?
Yes, I'm
I mean, I can freeze you
mean,
if you want.
I mean, like, no offense to both you guys. I think you guys are really cool, but I think you guys are better with magic than arrows.
Okay, so you want the... And she waves the wand a little bit.
For science, shoot me. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. Shoot me. For science. Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
This is a very bad idea. I don't think we should do this.
Yeah, science.
Do you feel any different?
Doctor's orders.
Do I feel any different?
No, you don't. Your mouth is a little tingly from the tartness.
The berries are really only supposed to help if he goes unconscious, but I'm not willing to beat him into unconsciousness.
Neither am I.
Unfortunately.
Just one berry?
You're supposed to eat a handful, but I only let him eat one.
Perhaps that's why.
Hold on. She reaches into her coat, and she pulls out the wand of detect magic. She waves it a couple times. Is there anything different about him?
As you wave it at him, there is this, there's a slight, very, like, thin, veiled aura of necromancy magic around him.
Ah, fascinating. Thinly necromantic. I suppose I'm not surprised, given the nature, but still. Neat.
Well,
These would make a very good pie.
Well,
a deathbane berry pie, that would be just a horrible use of resources.
ever I'll have them baked into a pie. Ever. Not until I have a whole greenhouse of them.
Ooh. What if that's how you become a lich?
Eating a
Don't
deathbane...
talk about ledges.
That you have to bake them.
The pie is the secret to lich them?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think the pie is a lie.
I think
Fucking God.
they're okay though.
Did I really
Curious.
come back to this?
Oh my God.
Fascinating. Anyway. Shit. We should probably...
No, I have enough for my own notes, so thank you. And Sarah, thank you for eating one of the berries. I was curious.
I didn't die. Pretty
No,
good.
no, you didn't.
And the bush didn't turn into a corpse. That was pretty good.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go buy painting supplies. Bye, guys.
Right, the bush was growing out of a corpse flower.
All right. Well, I have plenty to write now. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
They kind of hop out the cart.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm going to sit here and stare at these berries for a couple of hours, and hopefully I'll be enlightened.
All right. So, shopping troop. You guys make your way to the western edge of Alfield, towards the Broad Barn, which looks like a big broad barn. Yeah. You can see a couple of people kind of entering and exiting, with, some supplies in hand. Mostly it looks like, farmers, a few, like, hardy-looking individuals, make their way out with, like, mining supplies. But making your way into, the Broad Barn itself, the inside you can just see is just packed full of, cleaning supplies, thick, heavy pieces of cloth, buckets, what look like burn kits, healer's kits, herbal remedies, empty flasks, ropes, grappling hooks. Like, it is just the most general store you have ever seen. You can see insecticides, just a mishmash of different ingredients to be used in alchemy, perhaps. And you see, just kind of slumped behind the counter where you would check out, is just this extremely old, human man with this kind of giant, gnarled, tuft of chin beard, that has this, lion's mane of hair, that just has, like, this halo bald spot on it with, like, liver spots. Just this long, crooked nose. And he's just kind of... He almost looks like he's sleeping, just kind of bundled up behind the counter. And as you see, like, someone comes to check out, like, a thing of rope, and some metal pitons. And he just kind of opens an eye, quickly checks them out, gives them their change, and just goes back to sitting.
Good morning, Cancer.
Did you just call me Cancer?
No, kind sir. It's because I'm from Kadrana, so you're probably catching on the accent. But
My old ears, too. What can I do for you?
yeah, no, you're fine. I mean, we are here to buy a few things, and we were told.
Oh, you've come to the right
store.
place.
Exactly, that's exactly what we were told.
What are you looking for?
My friend, my good friend, it would be unlikely to find it here, but I may as well ask. I need about 50 gold's worth of materials for my arcane practices.
What
Paper
kind
and
of materials? Paper and ink. Oh, we have plenty of paper and ink here.
Thank you. That is all I can do.
Also, would you have by any chance, and this might seem a little strange, but I will let you know why I'm asking you that. I have this big box that my mother gave me before she died, and I cannot get
Sorry
the
for your
lock
loss.
open. I know. I cannot get the lock open, so I was wondering if you have any, like, tools that help me break locks?
Like a hammer?
No, like more fine
Maybe a
tools,
crowbar?
No, people actually... I don't know what's wrong with them. No, I really want to keep the box because it's a very interesting and beautiful box. And it was like... It wasn't my family for generations, so I don't want to break it. I want to pick the lock so I can see what my mom left.
Have you tried
So I was
calling a locksmith?
Yes, but I don't trust them.
Why?
Because it's my mom's box. What if they break the lock and I can never seal them again? So I'm looking like for something that, sometimes bad people use to break into houses. That's totally not what I'm going to do. I just want to open my mom's lock box.
I have some maybe acids that might deteriorate the lock.
No, I want like lock picks.
I don't have those.
Do you know who could have it? It's very important.
But seeing how they're illegal, I don't know.
Damn it. Well, I guess I'll have to get someone to hammer my mom's box, but it's going to be so sad.
Well, let me go find you some paper and ink, my good turtle friend. And he kind of stands up, just crooked back, and just slowly walks over to like this large, stack of boxes, and just pulls one out of the middle. Not so much, with finesse, but with enough momentum that the stack just kind of just falls, and he pulls it off and just pulls out this large thing of paper and walks back over to you, puts it down, reaches under the counter, pulls out a few vials of ink, puts those down.
Sorry, I had to revive myself after that one.
Yeah. That should be enough paper and ink for your writing.
Thank you. Good man.
So besides the illegal items, is there anything else I can help you with?
Asabi, Dameron.
A healer's medical kit, if you to be so kind.
We have a few of those in stock, yes. He goes and grabs one off the wall and puts it down. He sees like this somewhat patchy leather satchel that has a bunch of salves and balms and bandages in it, and he kind of puts it down. It's gonna be 5 gold pieces for that.
Alrighty, here you are. So I'll pass it over.
6 to 5 gold.
I'm also looking for an armor. Is there one in town?
A what? An armor?
Armorer.
Oh, no, we haven't had a smith in Alfield in 20 years, I would say. No, not anymore, I'm afraid.
Anywhere I could purchase armor ready-made? I would like to modify my own, but...
You can see if the Crown's Guard has old armor that they're looking to sell, but usually they just ship that back to Blade Garden to be requisitioned into...
What do you want to do with your armor?
Just fix it. I'll find someplace next town we're in.
But if you're
thank you so
traveling
much for your
south,
help.
Trostenwald has a pretty fine armorer.
If you can find a forge, I can do that.
Hey.
I was just... It's fine. It's not plate, it's just leather. I was gonna just reinforce it a bit, but...
I apologize, miss.
That's quite alright. Thank you for your help so much.
Is there anything else I can help you find folks with?
I'm good.
Nothing for me,
You
thanks.
You don't buy books, do you?
It depends. What kind of books do you have to sell?
History books?
Like fictional history books?
No.
No.
Never mind. I'll
I tend to only buy
throat.
things that will sell, unfortunately. A lot of people in Alfield
Understood.
are not looking for history books.
Yep. That's alright. Thank you so much for your help. Anyone else? I think that's all we needed. Lyris? You didn't find it.
Lyris, you're muted.
You muted.
Sorry, of course I'm muted. There's this one book that is really good. If you ever come across, I totally recommend it.
Yeah, what is it?
It's called Blooming Desire.
sounds.
I bet you
It sounds interesting.
do.
Ivan's face.
Are you sure about that? You sure about that one?
Is that the one you already have?
Yeah, but I'm not giving him my copy. I'm just telling him if he ever comes across it, it's going to be a bestseller.
I don't believe I've ever heard of that one, but if I come across it,
Oh,
I'll
you should
check it out.
totally read it. It's going to make your life a lot more interesting.
I don't want my life to be more interesting.
All right. Well,
All right. Well,
thank you.
the suggestion is there. You just have to take it.
I'll keep an eye out for it.
Right. Buy like a lot of copies because they are going to sell so quick.
He just kind of sits back down in his chair, kind of puts his head back down.
Oh, he's done.
We're at it.
I guess we're out of here.
Alistair, did you want anything since you're there?
No, Alistair wanted to more or less get a read on these people, and you know what? They're a very interesting set of people.
Yup.
Hey, don't do this.
And you all for like 12 hours hammering mom boxes and buying
Ever in
books.
mom boxes.
I
Buying
hate it.
illegal tools, and yep.
And when we get back in, I see.
Well, before that, as that's happening, Whoosh, you're patrolling the city, so go ahead and make a perception check. Split the party
I can
is
find
so
it.
fun. 12. All right, excellent. As you begin looking around, keeping an eye out to the very recent memory of what the Freeden did to Raftengard fresh in your mind. You see a few Crownsguard rushing around, getting things set up. You hear a band tuning their instruments on the stage. The stage itself looks like there have been chairs built into it for some kind of, ceremony. And you see on one of the residential buildings, just this on top of it, the roofs themselves are kind of steepled and pressed together. So if someone dropped off on one angle, they'd be completely out of sight. You just see this faint glinting in the sun.
He would continue go down a following alleyway, and try to sneak around to go up onto the roof.
Make a stealth check. Okay.
These rolls today.
No.
The bird dies tonight.
The bird dies today. You make your way around an alleyway, kind of using barrels to obscure you a bit. As you do, you kind of see the shadow cast over you as someone jumps from one roof to the next. And you quickly look up, and then you just hear this as a crossbow bolt just sticks into a barrel right next to you. And then the two entrances to the alleyway just kind of get blocked.
Shit.
Great. How many people do I see?
Just two.
Just two?
Not
Okay.
nondescript clothing.
Some homies.
One's currently reloading a crossbow, and you just hear, "You've had reports lately that people have been getting robbed. What's a bird like you doing skulking about in the shadows?"
I saw something shiny that I wanted to look at.
Sounds like something a thief would say.
I think it's more of a bird thing. Please don't shoot at me again.
They begin to step closer in your direction.
As long as... Okay. Sorry, what?
What were you gonna say?
I'll say, as long as they don't attack, I won't. However, I will prepare the sleep spell.
Yeah, no, you see one has their hand placed on a sword, and the other one just has his hand crossbow just at the ready. As he kind of looks at you. I don't think I've ever seen a Kinku in Alfield before. What are you doing here? What's your business?
I just got here today. We're passing through.
Make a perception check.
Okie doke.
As he gets closer, you can see it's a human man. Kind of this thick, square jaw that's covered up by this loose beard. It's somewhat balding hair. It looks to be this light brown, slowly going gray. And you see just under his plain tunic clothing, because he doesn't appear to be a guard. You see just the faint flash of this. It's almost bluish tabard, underneath his clothing, with the faintest bit of this silver embroidery, which that at least one person in the Freedom, the man who Justinia tried hanging, he wore something similar when you first fought him.
Good to know. Do they say anything as they approach?
Well, they already asked you that.
Yeah, and he responded. They asked. They never saw someone or Kenku come through before. Yeah, that's what they said.
Right.
What am I doing here?
Oh, did you already respond to that? Fuck, I totally missed that.
We're passing through.
Who's we?
Myself and some friends. I got to say, you reacted pretty quickly to me being back here. Were you waiting for someone?
Like I said, there's been reports of burglaries recently, and you looked fairly suspicious.
So you're setting up random ambushes for people?
Suspicious-looking people.
Isn't that something you should leave to the guards?
Guards are a bit busy today. Sometimes the small folk, have to take matters into their own hands.
Can I make an insight to see if he's trying to cover something up?
Sure.
Or if he actually seems like he is?
20. Versus his 4. He seems to be, quickly, trying to just create a cover story as he speaks.
That's what I figured, but wanted to make sure. But he said, that's God. Okay. He says, oh, how many people? And he just looks around. He's like, did you plan to take on people with just 2?
2 might be all we need. But there's more of us.
I'm sure. Can I talk to you? You can bring your friends, I don't care.
We're already talking.
I meant without the lies, sir. I'm interested in what you hide under your armor.
So there's a small twinge of, oh shit. And he just slowly lifts his hand crossbow towards you.
I don't mean to fight.
What are you talking about?
I don't follow the same rules as the Empire. And I'm curious about your organization.
Make a persuasion
Should I make
check.
a deception check?
A persuasion check. Technically, it's not a lie.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, I'm shot. Oh, can I use inspiration?
Sure.
The bird dies today, ladies and gentlemen.
He's about to die every turn.
Much better. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, there's no combat today because I'm rolling like ass. He kind of puts the hand crossbow away and kind of pulls the crossbow bolt out of it, slips it into a side holster. Follow me.
He'll nod and begin to follow.
He takes you through the alleyway, turning right, and leads you to a set of cellar doors. Ones that Selby had been to previously, and you follow him down into a damp, kind of cold cellar area. Looks like it used to be used for maybe wine of some kind, but has now been remodeled in this almost war room looking area with these thick bookshelves that can be pulled and pushed away to kind of cover up the core of this area. And as he leads you down, you can see a few braziers are lit, and you can see a number of people already down there. Not covered up, you see in full view these deep blue tabards with the silver freedom symbol on them. And as that happens, you see this woman kind of stand up. There's pixie cut hair. It's this deep black hair color with these intense almost hazel colored eyes. Human woman, and she just kind of looks. Sten, what the hell? What is he? What is this? She just points to you. He just puts his hands up. The bird, he wanted to talk.
I'm interested.
So we're just letting. You better have something good to say, bird, or else. Sorry. Sit down.
He would hesitantly go and sit down.
Yeah, there's about 8 or so people in this room.
Okay.
Including you.
What are you doing, man?
Just getting information. He sits down and says, I have less to say and more to ask. And he looks down. Clearly not one that is commonly accepted in the Empire, and neither is any that I worship. I had heard of your people, your organization before, but not very much of them, and I wanted to know more.
Sten, you said he wanted to talk. He just wants information on our organization. He could be a Crown's Guard. I don't think they recruit kinkus into the Crown's Guard. As far as I know. That doesn't... He could... She walks over and just, plucks a feather off of you. Alright, well, he's not an illusion. Sorry.
Right.
So you want to know more information on what? The Freeden?
On what you mean, and what you're trying to do.
We're trying to liberate our people from the Empire, from under the foot of the Crown. That's what we're trying to do.
What do you mean your people? Just people? Do you want to...
The free folk of the Empire. Free from all the bullshit. All the bureaucracy. All the laws. We can't even worship who we want to. We can't marry who we want to. It's ridiculous.
It is. He will pull out the symbol that he has around his neck and hold it up and say, I understand the problem with not being allowed to worship who you want in the Empire.
She kind of leans closer. What the hell kind of symbol is that?
It is the symbol to my god.
The fuck kind of god is that? I've never seen that before.
He is a unknown, I suppose? Little known. I'm not 100% positive myself.
Alright. Your point is?
I was saying that I understand. I understand the desire for that.
Well, good. Are you gonna join us then?
I have another question first.
Oh, you're just chock full of questions. I thought you couldn't formulate. Isn't that a thing? They can't think? Right? Stin? I gotta be honest, I don't know much about Kinku at all.
Kenku can't make up their own ideas, and because of that, I can't figure the Frieden out. I have to be told. Otherwise, I can't process it.
Right. Well, what's your question?
Why did the Frieden attack Raftengard?
Make a point to the people that they're not protected by the crown.
Are you planning on doing the same thing here?
It depends. Are you gonna try and stop us?
I am but a very small bird.
Very true. But you have a god on your side, and I've seen what people can do with the gods on their sides. I don't want to do what I've been told to do. But if it's between that and continuing to live under the thumb of the crown, some people have to pay the ultimate price for freedom.
But why the innocent people?
Because if they continue to get attacked enough, then the rest will rise up when the crown eventually lets them down. Over and over again. Right now they're too complacent. They're lazy. They don't mind the taxes. They don't mind the laws. Half of them aren't even affected by it. But when they see their friends, their brothers, their sisters, their children being attacked in the Empire, just shrugs it off. Like they always do. No. That's when things are going to change.
To demand change and to seek the flames of revolution is a noble goal. It truly is. It is what my God is about, and it is what I follow strictly. Stagnation is the worst thing that is possible, and to oppose what is wrong is the ultimate truth of the world, but
Then you understand our cause.
I understand your cause, but I don't understand your way of going about it. If your sister, if your mother, I don't know, if you were attacked by the Frieden and killed for this point, how would that feel? You may be killing a few thousand people for the benefit of tens of thousands, but you're killing that amount of people to offer a small amount more freedom to the rest. Is that right to you?
I never said it was a perfect system, and of course that isn't right to me. But a price has to be paid. Blood has to be shed for change. It always has.
It always has, but it doesn't have. You don't have to be the one shedding the blood of innocence.
Alright, Mr. Professor Bird, how would you do it?
You have to change the Frieden before you change the Empire. If the Frieden is imperfect, if you are saying that this is not the perfect way, how are they going to be any better when they overthrow the Empire? You'll be putting an imperfect system back into place.
No, soldier, he has some good points. Shut up, Stin. I don't even know who runs the Frieden. This is just what I was told.
A small ripple can carry a distance, and it can create a bigger wave. If you start here and split off and try and fix the Frieden and find the other branches, you can fix the Frieden from within before you try to fix the Empire. It's a simple It's what you're trying to do now, but before you go with the bigger picture.
I'm just a simple person. I'm
We all
a blunt instrument. I can't go around telling the Freedom what they're doing is wrong and getting people on my side. I'm not that type of person. No one's gonna flock to me.
You find that type of person then. Everyone has their roles. But that doesn't mean that you can't make the effort. I can't even have original ideas. The best solution I can give you is just to reflavor your current one in smaller scale. But I have went my whole life changing things still. I'm here before you making an effort to change things.
You've made valid points.
I will help you if needed.
How so?
I can stay here and try and help you figure it out.
You, a bird that just walked in off the street. Just like that.
How did you get into the Freedom? I'm assuming somebody just walked in and told you what they were doing and you agreed with it, yeah? This is no different.
There's a little more to it than that, but sure, if you want to simplify it. You could help us.
I can try. Like I said, my god is the god of change. It is the god of revolution. He surfaces when borders shift, empires are overthrown, worlds change, the gods are locked up. That's my god is there. This is the revolution I have no problem with. It's just how you go about it.
Stands up and kind of puts her hands on her head. I don't know. This is all big picture thinking. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh, God. Thank God for that advantage.
You see how everyone in the room is kind of looking, just staring at this small, diminutive Kinku, who's just big-brained. She kind of turns back around and looks at you. If you're willing to help us, then fine. You truly believe that there's a better way, then we need to try that better way before more killing's done.
I thank you for understanding, and I will do my best.
What's your name?
But most people call me Whoosh.
Right, Whoosh. Well, Whoosh. Welcome to the Freedom.
Yo, hold an arm out.
Go over and shake your hand. Alright.
I need to tell my friends that I will not be returning, but...
Well, I have an attack to call off, so...
Yeah, nods.
She exits and you then exit after and make your way back to your friends, who at this point are reconvening outside the Candle Glow Inn. shopping completed, berry inspection completed.
Glancing over all that, for a split second, as I'm coming into the, I assume
How
Varin.
can I pull my shit now?
I
How
know,
can
right?
I pull my shit?
Holy shit! As I assume I see Varin sitting on the cart, right?
She's still sitting there, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I go up to her, and Cole takes out the cylinder that has the blur spell, and he says, "I I'd like you to have this. In exchange, I would like the mirror image spell."
Holy shit! Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is an excellent trade. Yes, of course. Let me. I fetch the spell book, and she rummages through her bag and she pulls out her book. It's very, very nice. It's like a deep blue and it's got gold around the edges and like a sapphire inlaid in the center. Yeah, yes. She flips through the pages, drops out mirror image and pushes it over to you. Sorry about the handwriting and the notes in the margin and the mess.
You see Ko goes into his bag and he takes out a spell book that is made out of what's the word? It's held together by a string that's not a string that's purely plant based. Both edges are both sides, both things that hold the books together are alligator leather or basilisk, whatever the equivalent is, and the pages are all made out of vellum, which is the skin one, not the tree one. And as he opens the spell book, you see that each script is written in primordial instead of common. And he says, "Thank you. I shall work on this.
Yeah, of course.
When you have funds to copy Blur, and when I have funds as well, we shall do it together."
As a note, Ko, as you get a better look at the paper, this is a lot more paper than you usually get for your scribing. Like a lot more. As you look at it, this isn't what you need for spell scribing.
Oh, you.
This is just normal paper.
I was gonna warn you, but then I was like, I'm not.
She just got robbed. I've never seen a man do it.
Just imagine that face, but turtle.
God.
Coral.
Yeah. Varin looks at the paper, looks up at Ko, looks down at the paper, looks up at Ko. Yeah? You ever been to a stall before, my man?
There are laws against killing, correct?
Yes.
There are
But
quite
you
a
know,
few, including you can't murder people over a mistake.
right. I mean, there are laws against killing people. You just have to be really careful and not get caught.
She's just grinning.
Alistair looks at you and goes, "Excuse me?"
I'm joking.
He's not going to kill anyone, and neither is she. This was all a
I'm going-
misunderstanding. You should go run back to the store, man, and cry or something. Maybe he'll give you your gold back. Huh?
What?
I can come with you if you want.
Thank you for the gift, though.
I gotta be honest, Alistair, I've never seen a man so defeated in my life. Never seen a reptile cry.
We have no teardrops.
Oh, would you
That's
like
why
a-
I've never seen a reptile cry. Okay.
Forget it.
Are you sure?
Forget it.
Well, how much did you spend?
50
What's
gold.
wrong
probably.
with? What's
All
wrong
right.
with the
So here's
paper?
what I'm going
Paper
to
is
do.
shitty and not of a good enough quality to stick in the spell book.
Go.
Here's what I'm going to
Surely
do.
you
I'm
would
going
have
to
seen
give
that
you.
before you bought it.
No,
I don't know
because
if he
all
has
the
ever bought
paper we
before. Yeah.
the paper we use in our village is of high quality. But since
It's
it's made
super
of
fancy
vellum,
shit.
it looks like this.
Think to
It looks
So
brown and shitty.
Turtle, look at me.
My God.
So here's what I'm going to do. I always need a lot of paper to write my story, so I'm going to buy the paper from you and the ink.
Virus, I hope you realize I really want to relieve some stress right now and burn all this fucking paper.
No, but then you will
That's a-
lose 50 gold.
Yo,
That's a word I just learned, and I learned it in Nicodranus.
did the turtle just
I
cuss?
We do a lot of shit in
Turtle just
Nicodranus, but
cuts.
it's just like I use
Based-
paper anyway. I use paper all the time.
Yeah, you can give it to
I'm
Lyra. She can
writing a
write that book about me.
Exactly.
Cole,
See,
this
I
is-
need like I just realized
I
today
need
that
to
I
kill
need a lot more paper than I thought I would.
Cole, this is the single best thing that you could be offered right now.
I need to kill something.
Yo, you got a lizard rolling around your neck right now. You probably kill that. That's a little weird. Why you got a lizard on you? That's gross.
That's my friend. We don't.
Oh,
kill
that's
something.
Azuli.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
So you know how like wizards say like have
Allow me
no
as we leave this town. If I find one defenseless creature, allow me.
Hey, listen.
No,
Saroid
that would
left
be
in Barry.
very bad
He
and
is
murdered.
Probably a little heartier than usual. Maybe you just go fuck him up.
So, Ildred, here's the thing. I got to explain it to you because you're not from here, so you have to understand. Wizards are all stuffy and they don't make friends, right? Because they're like all buried in books. So their way of
Why
having
in
friends.
this? Why is civilization so full of greedy
Cole,
people? We
Cole.
share magic.
Cole, I'm
You're
going
full.
to
You're
be
full.
He was
The
not
man was
a practitioner.
probably not an arcane man, and he probably thought that he was
No.
giving you the right paper.
He was old and he was almost not hearing anymore. Don't even think he understands what I meant by blooming desire. I don't think he knows anymore.
I give
Ah.
Lyris the paper.
Nah, he didn't even understand the joke about your hammer in your mom's box.
No.
Hey,
I give Lyris the paper.
what can I
go
do?
to my room, and I hide
I'll
inside
just
the shell.
before he goes, I want to slip down 50 gold, like a pouch of 50 gold, into his pockets or whatever about bag.
Alright, make a slight hand check.
To his turtle pants.
Into his turtle pants. Into his half shell.
Yeah!
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
He will never find it, but yeah, you give him 50 gold.
No, I know.
Get the 50
I didn't
gold I
hide
gave
it
you.
from him. I didn't hide it from him. I wanted him not to
In, like-
notice that I'm
Oh, okay.
putting the pouch.
Easy
In
enough.
like 3 months, he's gonna lay wrong.
15 passive
In
perception.
3 months, he's going to use the ability to go into his shell and be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's like
I
when
mean,
you put on a coat
I'm using that right
first
now,
time
so
and you find money that you left in it the last
Oh,
winter.
Pascal has
That's all I
never
Dude,
called
I love washing clothes and finding money in my pockets. It's like the greatest feeling.
I somehow ended up with more money than I started with. Hilarious. Okay.
Maybe
Right.
we should find some take.
As you guys are
of-
having this conversation,
later.
Whoosh rejoins you all.
Whoosh, hi.
I need to speak with all of you.
Of course.
All right.
Speak.
Please, I need the
Sure.
distraction.
I
Wait, where's Sarah? Sarah? Because he went off by himself, right? Or did he come with us? Is he with us?
I was buying paint. Oh, right. Did you buy painting? Oh, well. You would have had to go
Arrow
to the
just kind of
Broad
walked off.
Barn.
When I'm gonna go buy painting supplies, got very lost on the way there, and just stopped in like town square, wherever
Let
town
me-
square
let
is.
Okay, well,
I'm
you're,
gonna go
you're
find
near
Sarah.
near the
Asabi
candle
will run
door.
out.
He's just gonna
like,
he's
oh,
gonna
there
sort
he
of
is.
sit down.
Just kind of.
He's gonna sort of sit down and just start painting because he's just confused.
Okay.
I don't know.
Make a perception
find
check,
Sarah.
Asabi.
All right. Just gonna go out in the square, find our boy.
Yeah, easy enough. He's sitting down in the middle of the road, next to the stage. Is Sero currently painting the musicians tuning their instruments?
Sarah, hi. That's lovely.
Hi, I got lost.
Oh, it's this way. Woosh had something that he wanted to talk to all of us about. If you wanna,
Ooh, he doesn't talk a lot. It's probably something very important.
probably yes.
Hmm.
You wanna come?
Yes, but I'm gonna come
Alright.
back here later.
Oh yes, of course. I'll come with you. Let's go.
He'll just follow along.
You guys eventually reconvene back at the Candle Glow Inn.
Okay, so spit it out.
This will be my last stop with all of you.
Oh, what?
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Shame.
Each of you are plenty strong enough-willed and as individuals to be able to continue on without my help, I feel. But
Yes,
there are,
Alistair.
What?
but there,
Alistair is not invited.
Alistair's not in this room.
okay,
Bye, Alistair.
Okay.
but there are other people who need my help. I plan on going and helping them.
Good
What?
man.
You found purpose with these people?
The Freedom have called off their attack on this town. I spoke to them.
Alright. Joy.
What? Wait. You
Found
spoke
them.
to the
Freedom.
Freedom
I spoke to the Freedom.
and they
They're-
called the attack.
You just
They-
speak to them?
I will be spending a bit of time trying to fix the Freedom. Their goal is to change what is wrong in the Empire. They wish for religion not to be restricted and for love to be free and things like that. Their goal is not wrong, it's just how they go about it. They have agreed to try and change that. At least this town's worth of people. And I plan
That
to use
is
them.
awesome. And worthy of you? Just a little bit of advice. Be careful, because a lot of people use noble causes for nefarious reasons, and you're going to encounter them.
I'm sure, but that is why I'm doing this. There is a saying, if you want to kill off a Hydra, you have to cut off the head.
That
If I want to change this, I understand I will eventually come across people that aren't good. And I will have to deal with that, as you would expect.
Right. Varin reaches into her backpack, pulls out one of the two Freedom symbols she's been toting around since she stole them off the bodies. Walks over to him, places one in his hand. You need this more than we do. What are the colors then, kid?
He'll take it. I'm sure that we'll meet again, but hopefully things will be a little bit better.
It's a noble cause.
Try not to touch any more towns. I mean, Crown's Guard, sure, if you're trying to make a point, but you know.
Remember,
I'll try.
even the Crown's Guard have families.
Yes, they do.
Most
Not. I hope to make things better with as little sacrifice as possible. You're bound to be burned by a flame, but it is still necessary for life. We cannot live without it.
Indeed.
Good man.
I'm
You,
proud of you.
Yes.
Keep up the good work, okay? And if you need anything, I'd say give us a call, but I don't know how to do that yet, so we'll work on it.
In the future,
You
we
can
shall.
write a letter.
We'll work out.
Where we're going and where we're coming from, if you ever change your mind.
Absolutely. And he'll look at Asabi, because she seems to want to say something.
I'm not sure I like the idea of you going off by yourself with these people.
I am a strong little bird.
And we have made him stronger, I think.
Dispute that, but we'll miss you.
More like
I will miss,
he has
I'll
made us.
miss you as well, Asabi.
Yeah. We met him and nearly got his jugular ripped out.
It's time for you to lead now, kid. Think you can handle it?
Ooh, I can go with
No.
Woosh.
Not you, Sarah. Good God.
She said lead, not leave.
Aw.
I know the accent is thick, but goodness gracious. Trying to be nice and proud of our bird friends, so just.
I think it is the nicest I've seen you, Vern. It's a pleasant goodbye.
Well, I'm sure it's not the last we've seen or heard.
Hopefully.
He'll
From
start
you.
the revolution, and we'll pick it up in a year or so.
Be safe,
sh-
alright?
Sure, if Woosh ever wants to find us, make a gunshot.
Right,
Find
yeah.
him. Go right to him.
He
Fair.
looks towards Asabi and says, "These people are very weird, but I think it'd be good for you to follow them for a bit. You in particular seem to hesitate more than I think you should. You're a good person, Asabi. I hope to see you stronger when we meet again."
I don't know whether that was a compliment or not. But alright.
He will stand up.
Be safe.
Yes. And good luck to all of you. And he will leave.
I Woosh.
Wait. First, he will actually, while he walks past, try to just do what he just did with what Lyrish just did, and slip a health potion into Verin's bag.
Make a sleight of hand check.
Come on, bird, be sneaky.
Does that beat your passive perception, Vern?
Hell yeah, it does.
Yep. Easily. Whoop.
Doesn't be mine though.
No, it doesn't.
See him slip a potion into her bag.
That's when it's even.
Yeah, you also notice it, Dameron.
Okay.
And Whoosh walks out. You guys kind of hear the barking of the dogs as they pad up next to him, and he grabs his things and exits out of the Candleglow Inn.
I didn't see that coming.
Man, what a cool guy.
This
Me
is
You
it.
know, I
neither,
had-
but we're all free to go.
I had just had
I
the
know. It's...
inspiration to write a very upbeat song, and very nice, of course. But now I just want to do something for him. Well, I might still do it, but I need to write something. Maybe I'm going to write a poem.
This is irritating.
Well,
Yo, I gotta be honest, that was pretty damn deep. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoo! And you see
Eldred.
the pixie kind of appear next to the windowsill. Damn!
You're going to
Shout
love
out
the
to
song
you.
that I'm writing.
You were not invited here.
Yeah, I know, but like, it seemed pretty important, and you know, if Alistair is gonna be hanging out with you guys, I need to make sure you're on the up and up. Hey.
Yeah, not for you. When the door is closed, you stay outside or I'll fucking gut you.
Oh, but that was already in here.
But door was open.
Doesn't matter.
this is the nature of sprites.
What
Also,
can
is
that little
that
thing do?
a fairy?
It's
It
a sprite.
is.
Looks like one.
No,
Isn't he
yeah.
cute though?
Good day, it is Sir Indrid the Knightly at your service.
Nightly.
Very nightly to
Hi.
listen in on conversations.
It's called reconnaissance.
It's true. Happens all the time.
My cat could eat you.
You keep
So-
that floofer away from me.
Ildred,
lizard
listen
says
to
behind
me.
you.
Listen to me. You are super.
Just kind of like looks
You're
around.
super cool. No, listen to me. You're super important and super cool. But I have to tell you, if you want to run with this crew, you kind of have to, pay attention to what she says, because she has a resting elf face, and she is going to slap you, and it's going to hurt. You don't underestimate her. She bites. It's for your own safety, I'm saying.
She do look like she has some sharp teeth.
Yeah, she does. And she really likes fairy.
Don't finish that sentence. I'm gonna get out of here. He disappears and...
Bye.
That
We're
one
back.
will be fun.
I don't really feel like going to a party. Anybody want to get super drunk?
Yes.
I'm gonna
By
go.
the way, that's exactly the song that I just wrote.
Is that not just a party?
It's a
There-
drinking
What?
song.
There's gonna be booze and shit at the party.
You wrote, I don't want to go to a party. Who wants to get super drunk?
No, I wrote a drinking song. A drinking song. Like, you just
Oh.
sing it like every time you want to drink a beer, you sing it.
Oh.
There's no reason why we shouldn't celebrate our friend finding purpose.
Right. It's not a sad... Well, it is a sad thing. I'm going to miss him. Especially because it was really scary when he was dying, guys. It was one of the most scary things I have ever witnessed.
Truly. But that just means
But-
you care.
Well, yes, he was a cool bird and he was sweet and he was nice and he just wanted to do good. And maybe he's going to do a lot of good now.
He
I
will
have
do
no
great.
doubt this is his place, but it doesn't make it any less irritating.
Everything
Truly.
is irritating to you, Varin. That's not a... Like,
I don't
everything is
hesitate
irritating.
that much, do I?
Occasionally.
No.
Maybe sometimes.
It's from your conscience.
I'm going for a walk.
We're all different.
You just hear like a knock at the door. You see Dr. Dorman standing there. So sorry to interrupt, whatever this is. The festivities are starting, the band's starting to play and whatnot, if you're all coming.
Oh.
Well,
I shall go.
I
Prince
will
back to where he was
celebrate.
painting.
I will celebrate my friend who's going to become the most important bird in the history of Wildemount. I don't
I'm
know
going
about
to
you,
go
but that's what I'm going to do.
Lyris,
How?
this isn't something that should be talked about.
I have no idea what that
Of course
means,
not.
but
I'm not stupid, you know.
I saw some donuts with my name on it, so I'll be...
Sounds like a party.
How about we go downstairs and have a toast in Woosh's name, and then we go and look at the festivities.
Going to go make some money. Let's go.
And that's how we celebrate.
Alright. So, as you guys go down, have a drink to Woosh's name as he goes off to bigger and better things. To revolution, even. You prepare yourselves for this retirement soiree that has been set out before you in the town of Alfield. And that is where we'll pick up next session.
Perfect.
Wow.
I did write a song, by the way.
I'm so sad.
That was the best character send-off I've seen in a long time.
Well,
Oh, that was good.
I'm good
Yeah.
at what I do.
Very organic.
I didn't expect it.
But yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in and watched our crazy thing.
Yeah.
If you're watching on the VOD, yo, what's up?
What's up?
All right, well, good night, internet.
Night,
Good night, Internet.
Night, internet.
Good morning.